And that sneeze means we're going.
I mean, our introductions.
Hello.
All right, we're back for more Star Wars D&D finally after our, what, 3-week break?
It's only been 3
That
weeks.
sounds right.
Time has started to move slowly.
It's strange here in hyperspace. But, so last session was pretty straightforward. Most of that session was, in fact, chariot race. The number of goes, twos and fros, back and forth. Team Dad was doing really good until the end. And after cutting it very close with two other really skilled teams, Team Collision Course, I believe it was. Yeah. Team Collision Course managed to pull a victory by jumping on somebody else's chariot and stealing it from them. Of course, getting the person that kicked off the chariot ran over in the process by the person behind them. After winning the race and waking Jordan back up, who was knocked unconscious inside of their chariot, who everybody abandoned with him in it, by the way.
I was having a nap.
Yeah, you all spent a few moments talking to the owner of the casino, Owen Drankov, before he handed it over basically you signed over. Joran took position to I can't speak. Joran took ownership of the reward for the chariot race, which was a large starship. And you all proceeded to wrap up, get your stuff packed up, everybody heading to the ship to get out. Joran got hit in the ship and jettisoned out into space. And I do believe everybody else piled on, getting out as well, and that was actually where we left off. The race took most of last session.
Okay, so let's take this thing to a workshop, or a work yard. That's the right word.
We have a small ship brought into big ship already.
Yeah, we at the end of last session we poured it out and then we stealthily made our way back because Sorcerer was seen getting into this ship and they seemed to take umbrage with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saoirse might have been a person of interest back at that place.
We got her taken care of.
Scared.
Sorsha, that man was looking at your ass.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Those men were looking at your ass.
You could probably add some women to that category, noting the times. But what are you guys doing? Heading to a shipyard, you said, correct?
I mean, the biggest one that Jordan would know of, since he's piloting right now, is the one in Coruscant, so sure.
Well, nearby.
And Coruscant's fairly close to this place.
Wasn't it like 3 days or something?
2.
Yeah, I'd say it was 3 days to get there from the
Another place.
previous planet, the jungle planet that you were all just on, that I'm thinking on. Give me just a second. It was from Ethor.
E4.
Ethor.
Wonder if Ethor's ozone is okay.
It wasn't that big. You hope. It might have been. But yeah, it's about 2 days jump to Coruscant, because they have the solar chariot and kind of a neutral area to avoid a lot of balls.
Alright, biggest and best shipyard I know about is the one on Coruscant. Where are we going?
That seems fine. I'm gonna look around the ship a bit. Get a lay of the land.
Have fun. Button press. Coruscant locked in.
Punching in the cohorts, you guys take off. You have a little bit of downtime, but not really a lot you can do, because limited materials. So unless anybody has anything else, we'll skip to Coruscant.
I also had Packet do a bug sweep of all the systems last session.
Packet doing a bug sweep.
Yeah. I vaguely
That's
recall.
me.
I either wanted to do that or I did that. It would have been done.
I did that on
Packet
my.
doesn't report anything.
Do you want me to make a pyramid
cool.
roll? Oh, go ahead, James.
My fan just fell over. Give me a minute.
Ah.
Do you want me to make a holocron check?
Are you going to be studying the holocron this whole time?
Same process we've been doing.
You're going to need to make 2 charisma saving throws.
I mean, he'll take a walk around the ship, but that won't take all day.
Not at all.
The first one is 22, and the second one is that's 12 plus 9, 21.
Alright. Nothing happens.
Google Translate. Continue.
Google Translate. Yep, that's what it is basically. So that continues throughout those 2 days of continuing and translating. And by the end of this, you probably have it unlocked to talk. It's just learning the language to get proper responses. Some of the words may not come out. Right, you know?
I'll get ancient to root and written on. I'll save on my languages eventually.
Yeah, you're working on it pretty hard. And you've been making decent progress, but it's only been a couple of days, like maybe a week, I think, of total effort.
Something like that.
Why are we? Alright.
So yeah, it'll be at the point where it can respond to questions like you guys, we've all seen, not all of us, but the show will show if you talk to it, it somewhat responds, like pre-programmed. But you might not understand everything she says. You actually might not understand a lot of what she says. Foreign languages.
No, I don't want a sausage. I asked, how are you doing?
Orange.
Wow.
Such deep conversations.
Yeah. Okay. Anything besides working on the holocron for him? Anybody else? Or just enjoying a bit of downtime?
Sorcerer's changing back into her normal clothes and out of that dress.
And stopping being blue.
What?
And
You were
stopping
blue.
being blue. You painted your skin blue.
Oh yeah, I'm not blue. I'm gonna be blue.
That'll
I'm gonna
happen
be
when she
green again.
showers. I'd assume within 2 days she would shower at least once and get the blue off.
You assume.
No.
Sorcerer's got to mark her territory with the stank.
Yep.
Don't fucking do it, you son of a bitch.
I've heard
I
that
heard
Twilights
something
don't
like
sweat
that.
as bad.
Mm.
I don't know if that's true. I made that up actually.
I mean, let's put it this way: in the lore, there is no information on the sweating functions of a Twi'lek.
I don't think they ever went that deep into considering that kind of thing.
I can say there is for the Nexu, but not the Twi'lek.
Well, we don't have one of those on board that we know of, so.
Alright.
Well, the Nexu's a big ass giant cat, the one that fucking sliced fucking Padme's back in half. Almost.
Well, we don't have one of those on board that we know of, so.
Surprise.
But no, I'm gonna. Because I vaguely remember leaving some of my equipment with the people that were on the station. So I'm gonna do a bug sweep on my own equipment.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I guess we're gonna start the game off right. That's a total of. Where the hell is my investigation? There it is. That's a total of 12.
You don't find anything. Seems pretty clean. Alright, so Unless everybody has those, you guys will be shortly arriving to a shipyard orbiting Coruscant.
Proper
Docking in.
procedures. Docking
Yeah, I would
in.
say docking in probably wouldn't be too difficult. You guys have your official stuff. At least for this one.
Not using official things from the Sentinel bullshit, but using official things from me being a Mandalorian and being able to allow myself to have big ships.
You have ownership of it. Big enough guy gave it to you. All the what was it? They crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's when transferring ownership to you, so you would have been covered.
Yeah. I just don't want the Sentinel crap to be there.
You don't want it tied to them. I understand.
But is Jordan is he radio famous now? Is this like over the space radio? He won the big car.
It's on HoloNet if people would watch for it. The HoloNet, if people actually were watching, they might recognize you guys.
People that were watching, people have chariot races.
Which, you know how sports events are with the populace, the mass populations.
That is the very niche sport.
It is, but it might get a lot of attention because it's
We're also
odd and rare and
talking
exotic.
we're also talking about niche sports in a population of roughly around 700 billion or more.
To be
So there's
fair,
probably a large populace watching regardless.
there was
I mean, people watch cornhole tournaments, so why wouldn't they watch this?
there was probably about as much fame as the people that saw the Kentucky Derby,
Exactly.
which was today.
Equivalents.
There is a lot of people that watch the Kentucky Derby.
Well, then they should be happy today.
One of my
Somewhere,
clients was betting on it.
somewhere in the galaxy, Joran has acquired the equivalent of the adoring fan from Oblivion.
He's got the equivalent of winning the cornhole championship.
Anyways, you guys are landing, getting through stuff. You could probably find an office or the engineer's office, something if you're looking for it.
I'm going to the weapon guy.
The weapon guy.
Big
Well.
fucking gun.
Probably just bring the thing into dock and then everything goes there.
I would say bring it into dock. It's basically you have different mechanics. They'll be specialized, but you probably have like an office to go to so you can like go through the purchasing processes, things like that.
Yeah.
And then the different mechanics get called in and take care of stuff.
And Johnny would have. I don't know why I didn't say things earlier, just because Eric's an idiot. But she would have made sure that amongst the winnings there's the equivalent.
Make for your I know what you're talking about. Make a slicer check just to see how well you set it up, and see how well it holds up to scrutiny.
Come on, Johnny hasn't rolled in a very long time.
Johnny's never rolled low on a slicer kit check either.
This is also true, but I just haven't rolled for it in a minute. Then my page ran away from me. There it is.
Let me help. It's like a plus.
It's a plus 13.
Because proficiency up 13.
So that puts it at a 24.
That is surprisingly low for yours.
It is.
All right.
Still 24 though.
Yes, you asked me to remind you of security on your wristband.
Yeah, I need to do that too.
That's the same thing. I just saw the note on my paper that you asked me to remind you. You have
32.
advantage because packet.
Ah, sure.
Okay, do you need
Still
it?
32.
All right, 32 for your defense. Let me go back to that one to write it down. What
They
I'm
have to be
hearing is
ungodly
you
to
want it
break
to be
it.
the military trying to break in and going, what the fuck?
What is this nonsense?
Oh, I want to, during that 2 days, I want to fix that +1 pad as best I can, or have Chani do it with the pad she gave me.
Might need to wait for the workshop for that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You don't really have the materials for that. You'd have to cannibalize somebody else's to do that.
Yeah, no, she gave me that fat rich dude's pad.
That is true. You can cannibalize that for it.
She gave me that fat rich dude's pad to use, and then I didn't ever use it because I don't need to. And then-
I'll put that under a tinker check.
For whom?
Whoever is fixing it.
I'll take care of it.
Johnny,
One
do
done
it.
right.
Your trails and your
I can help.
You got
trails
a
and your
30.
security wouldn't take terribly long.
You got a 30.
I got a 30.
Yeah, your pad has repaired to its previous standard, like the +1 and everything. After
Yay.
a couple hours of Chani going at it with Packet helping.
+1 pad. I don't need it, but it's nice to have.
Yeah,
Well, I will need it soon. Next
32.
level.
I'll just have to remember 32. I can't find out where I wrote your original
I don't know. I'll jot something.
coding. Won't be worth. Anyways,
Apologies. Didn't mean to take so much time away. Continue.
yeah, no, you're good. Walking in, looking around. You guys are in a nice open bay. People working on bays next to this. It's more of like an individual docking area that you can work on each ship. Are you pulling the little ship out?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Unless it looks like it's gonna block the bay.
Well, I meant because if you're one of your things in here is working on that.
Well, yeah, just checking prices, then asking them where it needs to go, and then she's going to go take that to there. Because I don't imagine the big ship and the little ship share docks.
No, probably not. But looking around, you can see basically the signposts, and you're getting waved in. You could find the office easily enough. Sitting behind it is dark-haired human, graying hair, older gentleman, maybe upper 40s. Finely dressed, pretty nice. Looks like he has a cushy job. As you guys walk in, he looks up and just goes, "Yes."
Have a couple.
Well, go on.
Okay, have a couple projects for you. Some enhancements on our big ship out there, and some other projects for a more of a custom model that we have inside of it.
Alright, what are the enhancements we are looking at today?
She hands him a list.
Hands in the list.
The list. All that's gonna be on the list for my enhancement is BFG.
He's gonna look at that and be like, quaint. Starting with the most expensive first, and probably price ranges here. The BFG you request, I assume a rather large gun is what you're interested in. For the larger ship that you mentioned.
For the most part.
What price range are you looking for today?
What do you think, Johnny? 30,000 credits should cover it? I think 30,000 credits should cover it.
She'll just look over, slightly confused, blink, seeing that he's already made up his mind.
Well, standing at 30,000 credits with a large ship, a ship of the size such as yours, weapons are not cheap, but you should have a variety to choose from with that. Like to ask what you were looking for in output, energies, pulse, kinetic, thermite. Defending yourself in the galaxy is a very risky business sometimes. By the way, pulse is the new ion word.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, all the ion weaponry and stuff has changed to pulse in the book right now.
Yep.
It still says ion weapon, but the pulse damage is what it says.
Okay,
Ah, yes.
So
one of the-
I would just stick with calling it ion, actually,
you may
just
as well.
to keep things simple.
I mean, ion makes more sense being electrically charged particles.
Yeah. But do you have a preference, sir?
Give me just one moment.
Alright. Are you
James,
pulling it up too?
Yeah. James needs a minute.
Any
James has
idea?
many options.
Well, he seems to be thinking we shall move on to the next project here. You have a
You
workshop.
gave him
listed,
a
I
list
believe.
of big ass guns. He goes, ooh.
Yeah, he basically gave you like a tablet with a like magazine
You've got the
spread, not a
catalog.
magazine, a catalog.
It's ×5 for large ships, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a space inside the frigate where some mechanical things can be constructed and made. Doesn't need to be anything ridiculous, but functional.
Functional. Would you like to purchase any materials to come with it that we can add to it?
What Johnny knows is necessary. Eric doesn't have any
Oh.
idea. And that gives you free will.
Gives me a lot of free range shit. Adding the equipment, installing it,
Punch me
setting it
right
up
in the wall.
properly, and grabbing materials, shipping it in. You could have a higher standard laboratory, not higher standard laboratory, higher end of the mediocre machine shop for maybe 10,000 worth of materials and equipment.
That shall be fine. I don't imagine that the dojo I see on the list is going to be over much.
The dojo is probably going to be on the lower end of what you are requesting.
For specifically my pocketbook, though, let's look at what we're putting onto the interceptor style craft.
Oh yes, the smaller vessel you have mentioned. A paint job. We would have to see the vessel itself, but from what you're giving here, it should not be much, maybe 250 to 300 credits, depending on nuance and design.
Why? Why is the primary weapon such
Let's make it
shit
good
damage?
and say 300. As per its weapon systems, efficient and not too much of a drain on its power thing.
Efficient and not too much of a drain. Would you prefer energy, kinetic, ion, or thermite?
Any chance that there could be a slight assortment for situational calls between more normal and
You could add
specialized ammo types?
two, but you could, and just merely add on to the price of you would be paying. And depending on the size of the craft would limit how much we could attach.
Yeah.
That gets expensive.
We have some of our lower powered yet very efficient
Eric doesn't have the
cannons,
chart.
batteries.
You've looked at it, Matt. Pick a kinetic style and an energy style that would work very well together. That won't make me go, ah! Or, you know,
You said lower power drain.
basically I'm not looking for top of the line unless top of the line's a hell of a lot cheaper than I think it might be.
Top
From
of the
what
line
I'm
for
looking at
you
here-
is around 5,000 to 6,000.
I can go for that.
You can get it up to you can get it up to 8,000 if you're doing like bomb deployers, and then like 7,000 for like proton torpedo arrays.
I don't think she needs any
Yeah.
bombs yet.
Like-
Torpedoes are maybe for the future, but let's go with a kinetic style and an
The
iron
most-
style. Really good ones.
The
Kinetic
most
and an ion.
expensive one is
Gotcha.
6,900, and it's a proton torpedo array.
Yeah, we
Well,
have
the
units
bion,
of those.
the one for the bombs. Okay, so a simple ion cannon to be added on would be 4,300 credits. And where did the kinetics go? Shit.
I walked in here with a lot of credits.
Yeah, I know you did.
Laser battery.
Where the heck did my?
Make 2 attacks for 2d6.
There is a
1 attack
simple.
for 66.
It fires a simple large slug of metal. It is a railgun attachment that would also fit rather well. That would be 5,300.
So 9,600 together.
That would be correct.
Okay. I'm just actively taking away from what I had
Yeah.
of each thing.
What would you like to tackle next?
I'm gonna change the price of what I'm gonna spend. With
I
it
think you
being a
have a
large,
particular in mind.
with it being a large ship, is it large enough to have 2 primary weapons?
I believe we could accommodate.
Cool. I want a burst laser array and a thermite battery.
Burst razor. Oh, give me a second to check that, James.
It's 4,066 damage, and the thermite battery is 4,300 with also 66 damage. Once thermite is
46 and 43.
And then times
4,043.
Oh, 4.
Times 5ing it, it's 41,000.
Okay. Yep, that adds up to me, I think. I believe we can accommodate that. What's next up? We have, I believe, just a dojo left on your requisitions for simple training dummies and training dummies, you said?
That would be preferred.
You could add a remodeling of a room and several dummies and such training weapons and such for 450 credits. Because we have to remodel the room slightly to accommodate this. And that includes the acquisition and stocking of said training.
I'll contact them and have them wire the necessary funds.
Does your workshop include like weapons areas and whatnot? Is it all purpose? Is what I mean. Johnny.
It should be.
If I may, she asked for a machine shop so it'd be generalized. You'd have to maybe some of the rare specialized tool will not be on it, but it should accommodate most projects.
That'll do.
Basically, unless you get some really exotic shit going, you should be good.
Yeah.
I felt really bad because I sent the bill directly to the account and I'm sitting here with a lot of money, but I'm pretty sure that I equally distributed the money, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah.
Handed out
okay.
a lot.
You just had a primary amount. So
Well, I had my
4,000
own that I stole.
4,000 plus
You're-
4,300 is 8,300 times 5 is then
41. 5 is 15. So 4,250, I think. 4,000, 42,500.
yeah. Oh God, math.
No, 41,500.
Okay,
So
so
it's-
that appears to be everything on our lists. Whenever things are underway, I might think about seeing if we can slap a shield generator onto it, but we'll see.
Alright, do move the smaller ship to wherever it is, because I don't have a docking for it popping up under your name. Do move it to one of the smaller working bays for the technicians to start on.
Alright.
Pay a number and he'll give you a number to. Do you wish to sit up here stay on the station while this is being done, or a shuttle down to the planet, take care of business while this is working? It'll take a few days to accommodate, install, remodel, and the like.
I don't know about them, but I'm shuttling down to the planet for a moment. But I have my own. I'm sure I can find my own accommodations for that. So thanks. I'm sure this Mandalorian shuttles I can find for free.
Well, he's asking you if the shuttle service is part of this. Basically.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, I'll take him up on it.
On station should be fine. If you can put a couple of rooms, I'll just put me on a tab.
Count to go down as
Alright,
well.
I will warn you ahead of time. Our rooms are very Spartan in nature. They're very rarely taken up upon, and they're more so for emergencies than standard use, but we offer nonetheless.
I have no problem with that.
Johnny,
Alright.
you know we have free lodging at a couple places, right?
Yeah, but this is on station in case there's any thing that needs to be done. I don't need to worry about getting into a shuttle and simplifies
Well,
things for me.
I have personal gear to look after on planet side, so have fun.
I've got a friend in a hospital to visit.
I'll be here, Theo.
Okay, so we got a party split going 3 ways right now.
She said just in case she does bounce back in, let her character run around the ship and be a ghost, pretty much.
I was just gonna have her pulled away on a temporary mission,
That's
Probably
fine,
the
too.
wiser course of action.
and that's part of the reason the shuttle's here. Temporary course mission. She can come back if she does wish to come back.
Also, if our ship explodes, they don't die.
There is that too.
Is also fine. I just said what she said.
Yep, I
Where's
was just
Zeta?
letting you know so we have it all set up and good to go. So, Jordan heading down, Count heading down, Chani staying, Eva heading down, Sorsha staying?
Yes.
Okay.
Same with my
Beautiful
home
budding
girl.
romance.
So, it won't take long. Can he just tell you the shuttle's being prepped, where to walk? By the time you get there, it's about ready to take off. Maybe only a 5 or 10 minute wait. And to Chani and Sorsha, he'll have somebody come along to show you guys around to where a room is you can stay. Getting there, he's right. It's a very simple, basic, barren room. It's got a bed and a small table and ports on the wall to plug stuff in if need be, things like that. But other than that, that's about all it is.
Well, this definitely isn't as nice as the one at the casino.
That's to be expected.
Yeah. I missed that room. That bed was so comfy.
Well, I don't want to have to take too much extra time here, but we could probably fit some really nice bedrooms into the frigate.
Bedroom.
It shouldn't take too long
I've
once
never
the
had
big
a
stuff
bedroom.
is, oh, you should soon. Just keep in mind we need to shuttle a bunch of people, so we need to construct a barracks on there. So they have some amount of... It'll be fine.
As long as I have a bed, that's all that matters.
Okay.
Sorsha has her priorities.
Just a place to lay my head.
Alright, for you guys, think about what you're going to be doing over the next couple of days. To the other group here, heading down to the planet. It'll take probably half an hour total to get down there, get loaded up, get down there, get unloaded. All that fun stuff.
They're not just ODST dropping us in a pod.
We're
In
not
you go
doing an
and
open
down.
drop shot, no.
God, can you imagine?
It's a shuttle, not a
There's-
cannon.
There's no good
This is-
solution for Coruscant.
This is the cheapest option. Get it in the pod.
Eric.
But imagine, like, landing on the ground floor, or landing wrong in an upper floor.
Well, you remember Telos from the first KOTOR, right?
I think you mean terrace.
Yeah, that.
They lucked the
Telos
fuck
suck.
out. They should have been eaten by raccoons.
Oh, yeah. But there's a
But-
lot of that, too.
Landing on the planet, where all do you wish to go? I believe Count said he was visiting a friend in the hospital. I believe I know who that is. Go heading back to the Sentinels then, I think, right?
Yep.
Count? I mean, not Count, Jordan?
Did you bring your scary crystal with you?
Of course.
Okay.
I
I'm not leaving that on the ship for Sorsha to potentially accidentally get involved with.
Hey!
I touched it, that was fine.
I'd ask Johnny first.
You tried to start! Oh,
What's
shit.
Number 4. I am going to the weapons dealer I've always gone to.
Okay, finding him pretty easily. We'll start with yours there. Heading to the weapons dealer. Along the way, Eva will break off. She's heading to the small base here for the clan order.
2-finger salute. Fuck off.
Continues on off. But shortly enough, you find your way to the weapon shop. Walking in, same guy behind the counter. currently like fiddling with one of what looks like some form of rifle.
Well, that looks nice.
It's a work in progress.
I bet.
So, what can I do for you today?
I'm gonna be a little bit of a high roller today. I'm gonna be spending some money on one of those disruptor guns we talked about, preferably a rifle.
Yes, I do remember you mentioning that one. You had us put one on a back order to get it in, so since you'd be back for it. I do believe it came in. We've only had it for a couple weeks at this point. No, not a couple weeks. About week and a half now. They don't come cheap and they don't come often, but your clan's always good for what they seem to promise for, so we went ahead and ordered it. Let me go dig around in the back real quick, see if I can't find it.
Take your time.
It was the, this is Matt asking, because you hadn't placed the order back. That was the rifle, correct?
I'm pretty sure. I don't fucking remember.
It was the rifle.
You wanted the rifle form. There's a pistol and a rifle, I believe.
Yeah. There's a disruptor pistol and a disruptor rifle, and now there's also an incinerator pistol and incinerator sniper. And a night slinger that I want. It gets broken. Why are they like this?
He'll come back having the rifle requested before you, and he's like, well, quite the expensive gun and honestly ammo type.
I can imagine.
Wait. Ammunition. It's powered by power cells? No, it's not powered by power cells.
Let's see.
Is it? That's what I'm looking at right here. I just got confused because before it was, now it's not saying it is. I have to stop myself so I don't charge you the wrong stuff.
Now I'm trying to fuck it. It doesn't say shit for me.
Anyways, the rifle itself came to about 7,000 credits, I do believe. He's gonna look at it, like, basically pull out an old notebook looking through. Yep, that's correct. 7,000 at the moment.
Yeah. It's a different ammunition type.
That's what I thought so too.
Yeah, because it says you expend
Disruptor
a shell
cartridge.
each time you fire. It's ugh.
Yeah, but it does have so many shots before you have to reload. Oh shit.
No, it doesn't. It's reload 1.
Oh shit.
Congratulations, you bought a crossbow.
Okay, it wasn't that before.
All right, we're back to the loading property.
It can be possibly modified, but it's about 40
Oh,
credits a shot.
God.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
How
It's
much ammo would
expensive.
you like to come with it? We have some. We bought some. We figured at one point or another you'll come through with all of it, so we bought a small shipment.
The price to disintegrate people.
What a price to
Oh.
pay indeed.
How much did you get with it?
How much ammo?
Yeah.
Small shipment. I think it was 300 rounds of it. Considering you're the only person who came in, we figured that might last a while.
Yeah. You said it was how many credits per shot?
It's 40 credits a shot.
My God.
It's not cheap shit. But if he kills anything, it's just gone.
Does it have like a super dice?
Nope.
Does it? And I think they have a con save and they take some extra damage the next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they fail their disintegrate save, they're just done.
Yeah, if they die, they're just gone. They don't have to make a save. They don't get a save if they die. It's just a save against extra damage.
Well, how many executioner rounds do you want? Because that's the most viable use I can see for something that expensive.
Yeah.
We don't need a body here.
I'm gonna grab 15 rounds for the moment.
15 rounds right now? Alright.
Yeah.
I'll mark his
Because I'm not
inventory
gonna
down.
use it often.
That's still
Yeah.
That's 15
600.
bodies. That's 15
Still
bodies
15
that we
times 40.
Matt,
Yeah,
If he shoots a already dead body.
it disintegrates. It's dead. If it shoots a body that is reduced to 0, it's gone.
All right.
15
He doesn't have to
times.
get the kill. He can dispose of bodies.
No ghost shit here.
Or actually really angry ghosts.
Okay, so with the ammo type, you bought 15 rounds. The rifle, that comes to about 7,600 credits.
That's fine. Fiber sword, you don't need to be there anymore.
For a gun that does a D10.
It's in the inventory for memento purposes.
Plus 11 to hit. 1d10 plus 5 plus 1d4. And I transferred the 7,000. What?
Yeah. 7,600, yeah.
76. So I'm at 19.3.
Can I interest you in anything else today? What you look for anything else today?
Have you gotten a new catalog in of anything special, shall we say?
Let's see. We have somebody got in creative recently. It's kind of temporary, not temporary. A little bit iffy, a little bit prototype. One guy lost his hand in firing it, but they've worked on it since. It's similar in manner to that pulse, that rifle you just bought there, except it's based on combustion. Right now, it's got a simple pistol and rifle form.
Right.
But I'd have to order that one in too, because like I said, it's up and coming. We keep the basics here because you guys give us our best business and not a lot come in for extra.
What about for those of my clan that like using the stealth functions that you can
Stealth
get?
functions.
Like, I know there's a belt you can use or something that makes you invisible or some nonsense. I don't remember. Some old school shit that I've heard tell of. And is there a gun that you have that would be silent when shot, or virtually silent when shot?
Well,
This
we
is
said we got a
James.
limit on the silence in here. You got the attachment for your rifle. I have that. I can get in
I'm
most
looking for
gun
the Night
types.
Slinger. It's only 1,200.
Night Slinger. Let me bring it up.
Which
It
is
is
weird
a
that that's
martial
only
class.
1,200, because that is supposed to be a super rare thing.
I
What
don't
is
have
it?
Night Slinger popping up at all for me.
Can someone explain
It's
to
a
Eric what a
martial-
Night Slinger is?
It's a
Say-
night.
don't-
Night Stinger, not Night Slinger.
Oh,
my bad.
Stinger. Okay.
Yeah, Night Stinger rifle, martial blaster, 120 to 480, silent, reload 2, strength 13, two-handed.
So it's a sniper rifle. That's silenced.
It's a 1d12, yes.
Okay.
But it's energy, not
Rifle.
kinetic.
I don't
Wait, I'm
think I
not
have much
seeing
rifle what
weapons
you're
on
what you're talking about here, but we could do some digging for you. We could do some digging for you, but I don't think we've got anything of that sort in stock right now.
There it is.
That's fair enough. I'd appreciate the digging. It's not actually for me. It's for a friend of mine that does like to go invisible. I already have this one.
If
silenced.
if you give me someplace I can send some if I find something I can send a message, I can let you know what I find and when I find it.
We have a big ass ship now. I don't know if it has anything like that, but I do have this tech pad as well. That I
That should
bought
work
from
just
you,
as well.
actually.
Yeah, but that should work just as well. I should be able to send stuff to that.
What the fuck is the BKG?
Huh?
I think that's the triple weapon.
Yeah, that is. I remember reading about that one.
Yeah, it requires strength of 19.
Big old boy.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
because
Fucking
It
Christ.
is 3 guns in one.
Yeah, it's the big fucking gun from the shitty fucking Doom movies.
Anyways, I'll do some digging, see what I can come up with. Let you know as soon as I can.
That'll work. God, there's so many silent rifles in here now.
Yeah. Anything else I can add to the list? Some you see around here that might interest you? Some you're looking for? Or is that our business for the day?
The armor I have is +1, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it is. Do you have any better armor that isn't medium and heavy armor? I tend to prefer to be light on my feet.
Part of my closeness, so I gotta take a look to see what you got right here.
He'll get closer.
And he'll walk around the counter, start to look over at some, and he's like, getting better armor than that's gonna be pretty hard.
Which is fair.
You've got pretty close to top of the line, not much better.
Yeah, it's from the
I don't think
Sentinel.
I can get a hold of much. I don't have that well of contacts.
Which is
You'd be better
fine.
off trying to find some of those specialists. They work in the areas a lot better.
Do you have one that you'd recommend?
Not on for armor off the top of my head. I generally work with the weaponsmiths, the arms techs.
Well, there's another thing. Do you have a weaponsmith that you'd recommend? Maybe out in the Outer Rim or anything like that?
Out that way? Roll me a d20.
Middle. 10.
10. I got one that I know is out there, but chances are he ain't gonna talk to you. He's a bit iffy, touchy. He's a cranky old fuck.
I can understand that. Commander was that way.
He can make a hell of a weapon, but getting him to make one's a bitch.
That's fair. Do you have a way
Pretty
of
sure
putting
last
it
time I
together?
visited, there was about 3 shots in the door when I shut it.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, negotiations didn't go well.
That's a fair enough. Well, that's all I can. No, actually.
If you want me to give you his name and location, I can, but I can't promise he'll do much.
For the fuck of it, sure. But
Okay. Okay, he'll give it to you. I'll get back with you for the totals to visit it if you want.
that's fine. But there's actually something I wanna. Some basic bits I want to buy for the helmet here. To start
Basic
custom-
bits I generally got.
Some, as this is night vision, he'll play with the scope on the rifle.
Mhm.
I want to make this, and he'll go over the visor, the same, but with a switch. To turn it on and off, because obviously I don't want to be walking around in the day and suddenly be blinded.
I might not have the visor, but I got the parts. I might be able to get a hold of the parts pretty easy if you want to put it together.
I can put it together, that'll be fine.
Alright, I can get a hold of some of the parts.
And I'll be here for
What
a
else are
couple
you looking at?
days. I don't remember. Do I have a vocal communicator in the helmet or not?
Yeah.
Okay. I already have the rebreather, breathing underwater. Night vision's coming. Vocal communicator.
Hey Matt, under the loot section they have holocrons now.
I
Yeah.
noticed. I noticed. That would have been useful a little while back, but, you know.
This is gonna be a strange request, but I'm sure you've heard it multiple times.
There's a
Hey.
decent chance.
I need paint. Paint that won't chip and come off too easily.
What you painting?
Ting, 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 as he hits the helmet.
Paint for that. It's just a smaller amount. I can get you some paint. I got some either in the back or back at one of the warehouses. From two running that what is it? You guys got like a little base here? Two of them running over that. Got some from here as well.
I gotta go.
What color are you looking for?
What color is the armor again? Or is it just base?
Base. You were given a base helmet.
Oh no, not the helmet, the armor that I'm wearing.
Oh shit, the armor. I think it's basic colors. Just like the material colors. Which I think is a gray. Yeah, it looks like it's a gray. Nope.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure because it just got real quiet.
That's why I
It
said
looks
hi.
like it says it's a grayish. I would say a grayish color.
Black and gold, if you can.
Black and gold, I can do that. So give me about a day to scrounge up your stuff, get it back around, and you can probably pick up your paint and visor pieces.
I'm getting some big fucking guns put on my new large ship, so yeah, I'll be here for a few days.
Well, that'll take some time, yeah.
But
You pay for those when you come back and get them, in case something happens, and I don't have them.
which is fair enough. I'll see you then. You have my information, I guess it's called.
That'll do. You just gave it to me for the stealthy weaponry hunt.
Appreciate you. He'll leave the
Have a
door.
good one.
He'll leave.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I know. 10 charisma, I got my guy.
It's okay. It's great. I love it. It just caught me off guard. All right, so you're heading out.
I'm
Count,
gonna
you're
go
heading
to
back to the
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian base. Got you. Count, you're heading out, right? To the Sentinel base. It's about medium busy. It's not terribly bad right now as you're getting there. Walking in, heading straight to the med bay or back to Sato's room? What you doing?
I'll go straight to the med bay to see if he's conscious.
Alright, heading down, walking around, you visited the med bay a couple of times now. Several times now from your stint of training and other bits. Opening the door, back against the far wall, you see Marav. He's actually sitting up right now and currently reading a data pad, although still in a bed and what's the words? Hospital garb, patient garb.
Perfect. You regained consciousness.
Oh fuck! I have to do this voice now.
It's great.
Yeah, I've been awake for a few days now.
Yes.
I heard it
Alright,
was quite the stir.
Yes. Have some people actually might need to ask about for if either you or Sato knows anything about them. Probably should have asked sooner, but we were in such a hurry, one thing to the next.
They do tend to pile up some days.
How are you doing before I get into any questions of business?
Recovering slowly. Much
Is
slower
your-
than normal.
How's your
But recovering nonetheless.
How's your mental health doing?
I won't say optimal, but it's with manageable. Nothing you need to really concern about right now.
I'll take your word for it then. So, actually, yes, I'll just send Sato a text of just, hey, can you come to Marav's room? I'd like to ask some questions. What, Matt?
You won't get anything back immediately, but it'll take a couple minutes to reply.
Okay, I'll just recall to Marav what happened for the fights and everything, and the investigation while he was unconscious.
Starting at Cloud City, or where are you cutting off?
Just the Cloud City part.
Okay. Anything keeping back, or just summarizing all of it?
Just summarizing it.
All right. Well, it seemed you managed to prevent great loss there. Much better than myself. Do pass on my thanks for that achievement to the rest of your team.
We've already received thanks for it.
Nonetheless. But it is concerning what they've passed on to you there. A mole. One we
Well,
wouldn't have looked for because we didn't know until recently.
Well, there's also a bit more information I've acquired that Sato will probably like to hear, and I'd rather not repeat myself, so I'll wait for him. Mostly for the
He'll-
sake of just not saying it twice.
He'll give you a nod and acquiesce, and a few minutes later, Sato comes in. Very dusty and soup covered right now.
Ooh, looks like you've been doing something interesting.
I've been working on the what did we call it? This saber, long saber you've proposed.
What did you ignite to be covered in that?
Yes.
Alright, I accept this answer. By the way, I have a couple of design ideas. As someone
His
who
hand
knows
is noticeably distorted and busted on the prosthetic side.
I have a couple ideas to run by you for that, for improvement, or just for the cause of science.
I'm always happy
Oh,
to see what we can do for science.
But we'll get to that after a few questions here.
And at this point, he'll look over and be like, "Oh yeah." He'll look over and actually knows, "Oh shit,
Shit.
there's Brav there." Just give him a bit of a nod, and he'll get one back.
I don't have my phone.
So, I know we went into. I just told the battle to you. I've told it to you. I don't think I went into really too much note about the people getting caught up about other things. If I know there's a watch list of people, but and Count will describe just the three people that were in the fight there: the monk, the barbarian, and the other sentinel or other
Guardian, yeah.
the other guardian.
Beardo. Brav will stop and look at you and is, for a comparison, how would you rank them against myself and I would say Sato? I don't know if anything has happened there between you two.
Well, he hit about as hard as you did. We didn't really enhance our strikes against each other, just training and all. But and Count will I'll say he'll unclip his robe a bit and loosen his clothes to show the shoulder scar. He did force my own saber down enough to start this.
And Sato will pike up like now and be like, and this wasn't the Aegis, I believe you named him to me.
No,
this was a lower ranking member than him.
Correct. And I'll get to some information I've acquired for him as well.
Well, we've really stepped in it again, it seems.
You may need to call in some bigger people. Or at least have bigger groups of people ready.
I say bigger people. So, Trini, you do know Mrav is rated towards the top of our organization as a fighter, as a combatant capable.
Yes, but there were also plenty of people that fought me as well while I was training. Some of those. I'm saying more people at a group together rather than. We need a lot of
That's
the
good.
masters at the same time.
We can try to do something with more people, but we have to keep it spreader. It has to stay where we do. We can't just abandon areas, unfortunately. So we can try to gather some people for it, but only if we really have a direction to go.
Maybe
And
two higher.
The
Maybe
big
two higher
guns
people
we
at a
can.
time. For the one we simply
put it?
called Beardo because they wouldn't give names for some reason. Quite rude of them, but I was in trouble by myself fighting him. I don't know if any of you got to see Ava's combat prowess, but she was defeated in 1v1 combat against the one who pretty much just became a beast under the influence of the dark side, losing all reasoning. And I mean, one of the guys punched a laser back at Jordan, so
Brav
And
was
then
starting
proceeded
to
to-
open his mouth to speak, but then you said that one, and he just paused for a second.
And then
Yeah,
he
I
got
know.
shotgun blasts.
I know that's how we all went. He even shotgun blasted him with a harpoon gun, and then he caught a harpoon. Oh yeah, you haven't seen him with harpoon
I'm
guns, have you?
Didn't catch the other
Concerned, I must admit.
trick, motherfucker.
I haven't had a lot to do since I did go back over your group's sparring recordings.
Yes.
See if I
well,
could suggest areas of improvement, and
You see, the one that was
none of you
punching
are
the lasers,
slouches.
Joran, Chani, and Sorsha combated him at the same time. Before I could come assist.
How would you say he fared?
Chani would have been dead without assistance. Quite frankly, if I probably hadn't have drawn the interest of the rage-induced one after having killed Beardo there, Ava probably would have been dead on the ground as well. It's actually quite surprising that she didn't strike a killing blow, but you get lucky sometimes like that.
When you sink that deep in, reason and logic tend to leave. You might have presented more of a front than a danger.
Well, no way to ask reasoning.
If there
But
was
really-
any.
Were any of these people for description, were any of them on a list of some kind?
Sato was speaking. I'm like, he wasn't on none of the three were on lists that I noticed. I'm going back through now. I'm not seeing them mentioned, but we have them on the watch list since you've said stuff. No, we don't have them on the watch list. They died.
Well, let me put it to you like this. Count has delivered blows at the same strength as Beardo there. Can he just deliver one of those like same strength blows in the air with igniting a lightsaber?
Yeah, you could probably do it to give like a somewhat demonstration.
Like one of, because as you said, it produced a bit of visible force. And
Yeah,
Count
when he
put this-
swung, when he swung, it rippled.
Yeah, Count. I'll spend just the.
Yours will fall a little short of his, I do believe. Yeah.
Count actually did more damage than him when they were fighting.
You also attacked a lot more.
No, I'm in off of one single critical hit, but that was also electric charged.
Yeah, there was extra stuff involved. Plus, I rolled really low on some stuff. But go ahead. You can give a demonstration. As you're swinging, like I said, you will notice your swinging fell just a little bit short of what some of his standards did. Your standard was a bit lower.
See that there? It was stronger than that.
So we have an organization with multiple high-ranking ability users of the Force, and they don't even stand at the top.
And that's the bad news there. That's the worst news. Information I've acquired, if it is true, there are 3 what they referred to as generals, Aegis being one. Were we given the name of the other one, Matt? Or just
No.
saying that? Okay.
No, he told you that would ruin the fun. That'd make it too easy for you.
I couldn't remember if he gave us a name or not, because I wasn't seeing anything on my sheet.
Yeah, no, he didn't give you a name on that.
Yes. From what I've managed to acquire, Aegis is one of their, and he'll air quote, generals, along with another one that we were told a bit of information about. Apparently a bit showy, but also more straight to the business. And we don't have anything about the third one that was mentioned yet. Still working on that. But if there's implications of 3 generals, that could imply that there is a head above the generals.
Also,
Sato,
just in
speak up.
case,
Have we
'cause it
seen
has
any
been
of
3
the?
weeks.
Say what?
Just in case, because it has been 3 weeks, I do remember them stating, or Aegis stating, that it was the one that we've now caught the ire of that was responsible for Cloud City.
Yeah, he did mention that bit.
Yep.
You are correct.
And he has
He's
us
the
in
showy
his sights.
one, and yeah.
And
He has
he
a
has
vendetta.
us in his sights right now as well.
Yes. But also, apparently, my cohorts and myself have drawn the ire of this general that did Cloud City. That whole operation there. Apparently, the one known as Aegis was just there for shits and giggles. Just watching over shit.
I can't tell if you're serious or not about that, and that kind of concerns me.
I mean, that's what I got out of it.
I have to ask now for reporting purposes. Have you managed to see any of the general rankings in action? Since we've seen 3 of the next step down in action.
Unfortunately, no.
Aegis did talk about his
Well,
stuff a little.
Yes, but that didn't give any actual level of skill.
No.
I mean, you've got, well, Sato got to see a tiny bit for Aegis.
He did, but it was literally, we're talking the equivalent of a churn before it was time to run.
He got Samurai Draw critical, his arm fell off, and then he escaped.
Basically. Teleporting tech powers.
I will note that when we did run through their lower ranks, they had quite a lot of kyber crystals to distribute around, synthesized ones. As I
So we need to
donated
look for a supplier.
as I donated most of them to our lightsaber causes of science.
I may have gone through a few of them.
I believe you. I may need a couple of those back. I don't know. No.
I'm not gonna ask on that one. But you said they have a a surprising amount of them. So keep an eye out for a supplier, is what you're saying, something of the source to grow that out.
Well, if you recall, Rainland Corporation had their own distribution or making center type deal.
They did. They had the proper backing and permission to delve into that, but I can keep an eye on them to see if it's starting from there. Never hurts to check, especially with the large conglomerates nowadays.
Well, a militant organization of Darkside users, a large corporation, something like that could just become an even bigger military organization. I mean, if they're causing destruction and chaos, and something like Cloud City had actually been fully destroyed, I feel that would have drawn much more attention from the Republic in general. In which case, wouldn't that have brought a lot more funding into hunting them down or starting some kind of conflict?
Potentially that or defense. Defensive
Either
measures
way.
to avoid it happening again. Either way, you're
Either way,
correct. Security forces would get a massive boon, upsurge of demand.
Anyway, but that's just a theory to start with. No proof yet. Speaking of theories. Wait, no. Before I forget. Rav. So, amongst all the bodies that were in the infirmary, or morgue, when investigating, they had some kind of weird necrosis on the flesh. Do you know anything about that?
Necrosis.
Upon the lightsaber strikes, there was...
I'm not aware of anyone that would leave necrosis upon the wounding. We generally find cauterization and burning because lightsabers.
Yes, they were... Well, they came from a lot of the dead enemies. How many did you dispatch while you were fighting in the, I guess, plaza area? Whatever you want to call it, that centralized area where you were captured. If that was where you're
They got him in an alleyway. It looked like.
So...
I don't have the best recollection of that day and morning.
That is fair. Wait. How many people did it take you down?
Again, I'm not quite sure on that. Every time I go back, it's a bit blurry, a bit out of focus. The current theory is head trauma. Prognosis, that's the word.
We'll have to get back to that. Well,
The only... Every time I think back, I think of the only thing I can remember of it was rushing. Many of the smaller cloaked individuals rushing in. A head of blonde hair, but then everything goes blurry and black. And then the rest of it is fuzzy.
and do you recall if you managed to strike plenty down with your saber?
It was his number, but I do not remember the number. But I also was not alone for most of it. I read the report, so I'm not sure what was myself and what was my compatriots.
It should be in the bit of necrosis for the bodies found in the morgue should have been in the reports.
I did it. Well, I'm not the best at the medical aspects, so I tend to leave that to those who are. But I'll take a closer look at this if it would reassure you.
That'd be nice. Don't strain yourself too much, though, for now.
I have. He looks down at the bed. Very little else I can do.
Sato, I have a few ideas that may blow up more crystals.
Marav gets a pained look on his face, and Sato brightens up with a yes.
Okay. I have 2 ideas. Have you tried taking the magnetic field container and spinning it really, really, really fast? And attempting to warp the shape of the magnetic field.
I don't think I've tried spinning it. I've tried warping it before. That's how I lost the first portion of my arm, though.
But what if we add spin?
I make no promises destabilizing a magnetic containment field while containing high ends of plasma.
I don't need promises.
We'll find
I
out. We can find out.
Matt, do you remember the other idea that I had? Because I'm going blank on it, actually. I had it a minute ago. Because I know we discussed these a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's been a while. The biggest one was the spinning, the debating on what the spinning would do to it. And then the other idea we were discussing, you were trying to discuss ideas for the lightsaber.
Yeah.
On how to make it work better.
Yeah.
And that was basically you wanted to cause the very end of it to purposely fail. And let it extend outwards.
Yeah, there was that. I remember the other one. Okay, so what if we take a crystal and we grind it into a powder and we make some kind of so you have the energy goes into the crystal and it focuses there, and then it goes to the focusing lens, and then it gets contained, correct? Basically?
Kind of, yes, kind of. It's loosely there.
So what if we take the crystal and we turn it into dust, and then we either make it into a paste or a liquid to focus?
He's gonna pause for a minute and then look concerned for a second, and I'm not sure. I've never thought about making a solid focusing crystal into a liquid
Or powder.
or powder.
Listen,
'Cause
I've had a lot.
then it's constantly inconsistent and shifting through and hitting and arcing. It might.
More magnets might fix it. Look, I've had a lot of time to sit there in my head and think to myself over the past few days.
That sounds like a very dangerous activity at this point.
I mean, like a lot of time. Listen, I've been learning Ancient Groot. If that tells you what the fuck I've been doing.
So I think your vacation went well then.
4 hours at a time by by HoloNet translation.
That is torture. So the vacation went well then.
Oh yes. Wait, it didn't make it to the news.
I am unsure where your vacation was, so I hope not.
You know exactly where our vacation was. At least the first part of it.
I'm afraid I do not, and he's looking at you very intently. with the big like waggly eyebrow almost, like the raising the eyebrow.
Oh, yes, I must have forgotten to tell you.
Indeed, but that happens. It was your vacation. That's all I
We'll
was
be-
curious to see if it went well.
Well, we're getting some
I did
upgrades
see a
done.
race.
Oh, you saw that?
I play all kinds of things in the background while tinkering.
That was certainly interesting.
I suspect foul play.
Hey, we won.
I was not referring to you.
Well, if it was foul play, that guy got ran over.
He did indeed, but he got back up. That's concerning.
A lot of people get back up from getting run over.
Where do you live that a lot of people get back up from get? Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave that one in. I'm not gonna ask that answer for that answer.
He's obviously not been to the Mandalorian homeworlds.
No, he hasn't.
Meanwhile,
That's
Count's just
the
been
commonplace.
Count's just been a wandering bounty hunter since leaving the Jedi until coming here.
Well, I must question. Anything else before I head back to my lab? I wish to see if I could finish up the first project and then start on the others. Although that third one is very
They may be able
questionable.
to
Questionable.
They may-
That's the term I'm going to use.
They may be able to work together. Also, I need to show you something in private.
Okay. We can head back to the lab.
I'll go
Bye,
there with you.
Marav. As he turns around to leave, he just gets like a half-hearted hand wave back. Rav's pretty well buried in that data pad right now.
You
So
have
heading
my
back to the
contact if you
laboratory.
need anything.
That I can.
Okay. I'll send him a message as we're walking for just, can you fix the say, can something be done about the cameras for a minute or two?
He'll look down, get the message, look back up, but he's just going to keep walking forward, but he'll just nod his head a little bit as he's walking. Guys get to lab, open it up. He's got like 4 separate saber handles on there. 3 of them have been like split open and melted or twisted. And basically he walks over to one and pushes on the finger, pushes on the crystal and his thumb, and the whole thing just short circuits. His TV, his thing goes for his squirts and all that.
Good.
Yeah. Pretty well.
Everything good?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I've done this probably a couple dozen times already this week.
Holocron.
He's just slapping a holocron on the table.
Dad, what the fuck?
Did he get quiet, or am I just not? Or my headset going weird?
He
What?
got quiet.
Okay,
I
you
will
got
leave
very
you
quiet
alone.
for a second.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
you're in and out. Kind of.
Huh. That's
Like
weird.
you're quiet again now, but now you're good again.
I'll leave and come back, and hopefully it fixes.
Da, 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 da.
Luckily, my internet
Okay.
decided it wanted to cut out when you were talking to him and not me.
See, things work in our favor sometimes. Anyways, you said you were slapping a holocron on the table. Right?
I think he left.
Did he leave again?
Yeah,
left
he
again.
got bounced.
I joined back in to get kicked within about 10 seconds.
Okay.
Wasn't
You
me.
said you were setting the crystal on the table, correct?
Holocron on the table, yep.
Alright, putting it on the table, you're like, so you got it first then. That's better than I'd hoped after the reports.
Strange things happened.
Very strange things. That was visible from multiple satellites.
Strange things happened.
I'm going to continue with my willful ignorance of the situation on that. Led to that, I guess.
Yes.
Were there any difficulties obtaining it besides the obvious?
More so difficulties getting things out of it.
Did the what is it? The group that we've been dealing with, I believe, what was it? Sortion named? It was like Loathe or something.
Oh yeah,
Which is very accurate because right now I very much loathe them. Too much paperwork.
Interestingly enough, the people that were the locals that were already there dealt with the peons, and then we dealt with the people that were there.
So they had people living in the temple on Ito.
There
That is
was another
surprising,
thing.
considering.
There was another thing that I would have liked to have brought back, but it was lost.
I also would like to mention it wasn't Loath's group that was leading the holocron thing. They're on E4.
Yeah.
Well, he was just talking about the organization you all have been dealing with, which is Loathe.
There seems to be some conflict of interest between the two because they hated each other. Apparently.
Yep.
But yeah, we got this now.
We got the crystal. More of the peons, as you put it, are gone. We could not manage to get it from its guardians that were there. I say the term loosely because I'm not aware of what they were, how that went.
No, that's pretty accurate. The guardians were taken care of. But yes, once again, let's see. Ava almost died. Jordan had some fun. Johnny got mauled by a Wookiee at one point. That was unexpected.
It's never expected, I don't think. It's never pleasant, that's for sure.
All in all, everyone made it out okay.
Swear she got a hug away.
I made friends with a 120-foot long snake thing.
You did? So overall, this sounds like a success we can mark this up to. Well, tentatively, because we can't actually mark it up to anything.
How much longer do we
Now,
have?
what to do with it? I can push it again.
Sure.
You'll hit that again. And the power actually flickers on the lights. You just hear from down the hall a lot of groaning and cussing and son of a... Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that a third time.
Might be. Okay,
It's currently hooked up to the main power line, not my generator.
Oh, even better. Okay, so quickly going over this then. What I've gotten out of this deals with manipulating force nexuses once you're inside of them.
Inside of them? Okay.
Yes.
The
I haven't got
what was this? The hotspots, right?
Yes. So probably could be used here to a minor effect. However, our next vacation, we will be going to one that is very light side influenced. So maybe seeing what I can do with this there.
Depends on what side of the planet you're on.
I am just gonna offer a bit of like discourse and warning from talks with Fovome. That might be touch and go. I don't know about that. I just know channeling too much has wounded her before.
I intend to take baby steps on this one. And that's also why I'm going to a light side place, in case I need to sit there and heal myself and curl up into a ball on the ground from exploding.
Do you intend to leave this here?
Not yet. Not yet. When I come back from vacation, yes.
Roll me a persuasion on that one. He's very tentative and hesitant about this bit.
What is my persuasion again?
I know it's
so
fuck.
26. It's
24.
13, so 26.
26. Alright, do be careful. I'll have Favome on standby for when it comes back to see what she can do with it.
I know it's risky messing with this. However, it may come in great use.
If anything on this starts to go iffy, stop.
Actually, it did come with warnings in its own talking about people pretty
I'm
much.
not just referring to the energy, I'm referring to the crystal, the holocron.
Oh yes. It's weird. It seems to be of a almost a neutral teaching but more so without morals. That's from what I picked up. A very I guess you could say a scientist without morals. It seems like figuring everything out over the course of decades. You'll see what I mean when we come back, assuming you have time to go through it.
That is a very iffy possibility, but do take care, because baby steps and slippery slopes are very much a problem.
Yes, and I have a problem with going off the deep end sometimes, which is why when I come back, if you guys are going to request of any kind of detainment or such, I will accept it.
We will see upon return what happens with this.
Also, do you guys have
But-
any like spares? I know you have a lot of supplies around. Is there any neat stuff I can add to my lightsaber before it gets blown up?
Before it gets blown up?
You know, like you're just like, hey, let me just take this thing and put it together so it's functional.
He's gonna like look around his lab and say, I don't know what I have on stock. I am unsure. He's digging around, rummaging through stuff. Translation, I'm being random with the roll.
I don't know. Maybe a better hilt or focusing lens.
I
of
was
some kind.
looking at. He's digging through.
What are the mechanical pieces?
I might have. No, this is also for something that yours already has. This is for that. Digging through. I don't think I have anything that'll fit for what you need or want. I have something that could let you graft it with two hands and keep your standard fightings. But I think that goes against your normal fighting styles that I've seen you use.
He'll stop a second. Wait. Do you have something that could take a two-handed thing and make it one-handed?
I don't think I do at the moment. No, not at the moment as he's digging around, but I don't think that would keep it to what you're doing. It might just... You're still swinging it with one hand now instead of two, which is where most of the force of a lightsaber would come from.
Out of character. There's hilts and stuff that are for modifications for like making non-finesse ones finesse and making two-handed things one-handed while keeping their damage. Didn't know if you had
Yep,
any.
that's just him talking because he doesn't have anything with it.
Nope, didn't know if you had anything you had built or someone else had broken through to the scrap pile that had been fixed. Doesn't hurt to ask.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll take a look around the next couple of days, see what I've got.
Well, if you need me, I'll be here a couple of days.
Can do. But don't have much time left on this thing if you wish. Anything last minute?
How's the progress actually coming on safe? Is there just like
Yeah.
holes in is there a hole in the wall or anything?
His lab is fucked up right now. It's distinctively messed up. Pieces are not where they're supposed to be. Tables have been broken a couple spots.
You know, it's amazing that in thousands of years
Here we go.
there doesn't seem to be recorded history of people testing this.
Okay, so he's looking around his lab. His lab is a mess right now. There's a lot of like blast scorch marks on the table, on like areas where you can see where it emanated, and fucked up the floor and wall, scores along the wall. It's going.
Yeah, pretty amazing that no one has that this doesn't seem to be recorded anywhere.
I feel like because the people recording destroyed their equipment and possibly themselves.
Yeah,
This
but
is
you're
my
better than
fourth
those
arm.
people, apparently. See, you're better than those people.
I
a
don't know
cyborg,
if
you're
better is
better.
the term, or more of the fact I can replace an arm with a new one.
I mean, it's working, kind of.
It's really not. Not saying I'm stopping, but it's really not.
I mean, these ideas might be able to work together. You know, two of them together, maybe all three.
That is concerning.
But interesting.
You're not wrong. But I probably should get back to work. And do you have anything else that you're doing here? You said a couple of days. I'll get back to you if I find anything interesting.
Well, you have my number to call. I don't actually know what I'm gonna do here now. I mostly came to check on Rob and how things were going.
Bill, you're welcome to the facilities as normal.
He would have stowed the holocron back away before the cameras came back on.
Yep. All right.
Were there
But
any masters about that I could talk to, or people of such level?
For what are you looking them for?
Well, quite frankly, any of them.
He's gonna look down. Only Favome is here? I think she's here. Hold on. No, she's off. She'll be back in a couple of days, like maybe tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon.
Wait. Rob's out of commission.
He's bed at the moment, yes.
Does that make you and me the two strongest people here?
Currently. Until Favome returns. Why?
I feel like there should be more security here if we're attacked.
We're also on the main base with a multitude of people here. With the rest of the defenses of the city and of a capital.
I mean,
We
you
can't
already
afford to
saw
have
the-
people just here. We have to go out and solve things. Conflicts,
Yes, yeah.
problems.
Being spread across the galaxy really is a trouble. I mean, you've seen what they've had the balls to do already.
And I assume it will only continue to increase.
Most likely. That's just concerning that if they had a group such as the group of three that we fought, and then a decent amount of even just weaker people, that could be a major problem.
From what you've said, the average member, we could probably handle a large number of them. Because we also have a decent number. It's just none of them of the level you're asking for of master. That's a very rare title to achieve.
And that's the issue, is that they seem to have numerous ones of those.
At the very least, more than us, yes.
I shouldn't be allowed to have gum.
Well then, I guess I'll just have to keep getting better.
That would probably be for the best. The growth rate of you and your group you and the members of your group have all been astounding, to say the least.
Well, while
Notable
I was a
growth
Jedi,
since your first appearance to now.
while I was a Jedi, I had outsurpassed the knight who taught me rather quickly, actually, in terms of combat. By the time they tried to knight me and I decided to leave, I probably could have beaten most of the knights there.
The training video, the recordings in the sparring room lead some credence to that fact.
I know, I'll go to the library.
You do that. I'm going to continue working now.
Count's gonna go
See if I
find a
can't
book
get
on
this thing to
Tabletalkers.
stop exploding.
Count's gonna go find a book on Tagluten.
You're gonna go find a book on Tagluten. Okay.
And that's all I have.
Alright, so the two staying up top. What are you guys doing? Up in orbit.
Max is off.
Are you
Mike,
guys actually playing chess?
we're having a checker battle.
Your mic is off. Is it off?
I don't hear.
Yep, that's
We are
her.
playing checkers.
Are you actually playing checkers right now?
Yes.
I wish.
I have to ask because I know, phones and apps. It just hit me that you guys might actually be playing checkers against each other during this.
I was tempted.
Honestly, just trying to figure it out.
We lacked
Alright,
the
so-
ability. Otherwise, we would have by now.
I'm playing chess.
Ah,
Sorry for taking so long there.
looks at the timer. It's okay. We might make it too, Ellen.
Make it deal.
Maybe.
Alright, so I'll ask, since you guys seem pretty general, to help with this. It seems you guys have gotten your big goals out of the way. Since you guys are up there playing checkers. Anything over the next, let's say, 4 days to actually get stuff installed and set up?
Sorsha would like to know what the Star Wars equivalent to the internet is.
Probably
To
just
the HoloNet?
yeah.
Holonet.
What is the Star Wars equivalent to Wayfair?
What's Wayfair?
Hollow
It's a
something?
it's a furniture store.
Hollow furniture.
You could probably find multiple furniture stores. You're on Coruscant, which is a planetary
Oh god,
level
you
size
search
city.
up furniture, you get like 4,000 websites.
Yeah,
She wants to
this
deck
is
out a
like,
room in the ship.
Imagine New York, but it's a planet. That's the whole planet, and you've got Coruscant. And each floor is like another New York.
Coruscant, you got just what I need.
Yeah,
They probably have just about everything.
isn't there like a population? Oh, what the fuck is the population of Coruscant?
It's ridiculous, I know it is. But anyways, so anything... You're buying furniture?
She wants to trick out her
She wants
room in the ship, I think,
She
right?
wants a comfy bed.
Yeah.
You want a comfy bed. How much are you referring to? Like, what's a...
What's your
You
price
can get some
range?
pretty nice beds, but they get kind of higher up. Nothing outrageous for you, but it'd be like you could pay easily close to 600 credits for a high-end tech bed.
Sorsha hasn't spent any of her winnings, so
It's time.
it's time. Sorsha wants the nicest bed she can get.
Roll me a D20.
An ergonomic fucking memory foam.
It's like,
Heated
alright,
and
top of the
cooled.
line with the same power cell as a spaceship.
The bed
Oh,
is
man.
I got a 6.
You could find a bed that is 1,200 credits, and that's the priciest bed you can find, and it has like 43 different comfort features in it.
Does it have a cup holder?
Yeah, it has a cup holder.
Yes.
Can't it have a mini fridge underneath it?
It can.
Oh.
It's like set up off the ground where normally like you'd have shelves and shelves under some of the beds. Like one side is shelves, the other side is like a fold-out table, mini fridge. You can pull out a fucking microwave.
Shut up and take my money.
All right, you're paying $1,200 for a bed. I understand.
I am.
Bitch, that's cheap. That's
It
cheap.
is.
For a standard fucking
Yeah, but when you
sleepover bed,
consider
it's like
when you
4,000.
consider it's not $1,200, it's 1,200 credits, and what we've been doing, how much a credit can get you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Correspondingly, I said
credit
dollars
is-
by accident.
Yeah, you're fine. But no, like a credit is like $10 per credit.
So yeah, you equivalently just bought like a $12,000 bed.
Worth it.
It'll be delivered. Free of charge. The delivery came with it for what you've just paid for a bed.
That shit better be
Does installment
expedited.
come with it?
Yeah.
Good.
Huh?
Does installment come with it?
Basically, since you're on a, what is it called? You're on a ship. You're getting your ship worked on. It'll basically be handed off to be installed.
Sweet. But
And-
Sorsha didn't claim her room.
You have time.
Yeah.
Like right now.
By the way, just to say, it's 1 trillion. That's the population.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Got a whole lot of
So-
sock.
Saoirse got a bed to make all beds jealous. There's like 3 of these in stock.
And here
at the
I
moment.
am
They didn't
gonna
make
buy
more.
a fucking military cot to go in my room.
Well, Sorsha just felt bad because not bad, but everybody else was going on like a shopping spree, spending a bunch
Don't
of
feel
money.
bad. Somebody else just spent $50,000 on different weapons. It's okay. 50,000
Well, I
credits
know.
on different weapons.
Sorsha
No,
wanted to go on a shopping
no.
spree too.
I spent 55,000.
I'm sorry, I rounded. I just did a quick math count. I didn't
Sorsha
even-
also wants the biggest blanket she can get.
Hells to the yeah.
You know
Like,
what? They're
I'm talking
generous.
12-foot.
Never mind.
Anyway,
That's like 80 credits. No, that's like 50 credits. For
12
a
foot
huge
bed.
ass high-tech blanket. It is
Yeah.
the comfiest thing you have ever slept under, and then matched with the comfiest thing you've ever slept on.
Does it come with socks?
Sure. It comes with socks. Complimentary socks for your quilt. Your blanket.
Now Sorsha can crank the AC up in her room very high just to get even more cozy.
Max put a hole
Like
in
the
her
only way this
socks.
bed could get more advanced is if they built an AI to do all the comfort calculations for you.
Hey buddy, let's talk.
Hey, yeah.
No, not really.
Oh.
Alright.
I get my bell.
all those hopes and dreams, death. In a sense.
Anyways,
You think Packet would help me?
I think Packet's busy building his own goddamn thing.
Packy can't do shit yet.
We have things that are to be
Oh.
made
Doesn't even
along
have
the
a
way.
body.
We're going to have a big amount of time whenever we're ferrying people. I'll work on extra things then if I have
Is
to.
Packet gonna be the ship?
No.
A small percentage.
So Sorsha
Packet
could
has
be
the
laying
small
in her
ship.
bed and be like, Packet, please, oh so kindly, switch the comfort level to 1,000. And I just get suffocated in my bed because it
And
feels
she's
so
dead.
Okay, this is happening. Anything else for the next 4 days?
No.
I just hope and well, one thing. Over the course of how long it's been since I talked to the one guy about Mandalore,
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that I know.
it's not
I'm
meant to
aware.
be sent to me either. It's meant to be sent to Johnny.
I'm aware. I have a note. I rolled something in the I rolled something back when you asked.
Do I get lucky and get any
Hold on.
information in those
Hold
4
on.
days.
Do you guys have something you wish to do those 4 days?
I don't know.
That's what I'm
Does that
saying.
other master come back to the
We'll
Sentinels?
start with that. Say what?
What?
I missed that bit.
What?
You said we'll start with that, and then I missed that. What?
We'll start with what you guys want to do for the first 4 days, the last bit of the 4 days.
Did that other master come back to the Sentinels?
Yes, she will. She'll come back on that second day in the afternoon. I will say, towards the evening of that first day that you are back at Clan Ordo, Eva's gonna let you know that she's leaving. She has a temporary mission assigned to her by the clan. She can't deny it. And she is unsure how long she will be gone.
She will get a fine.
And
It's
she'll
about
grab her
time she
helmet.
starts- It's about time she starts doing missions for the clan.
Yeah. She'll grab her helmet and head out.
What was it I wanted to say? Joking about fucking other shit made me forget what I was gonna actually say.
It happens. Happens a lot.
Son of a bitch.
So she's gonna
Mandalore.
get a tingling sensation that her friend left her and didn't say goodbye.
Yeah, she didn't tell anybody. Time is not... when you get told to go, you gotta go sometimes. But, for the moment...
Saoirse doesn't understand.
The next day, around in the evening, not the evening, afternoon, Sato will send you your message, and Favome, you can say that Favome is back, and she's the master he was referring to if you want to talk to her.
Was that the little fluffy person that dodgeballed Sorsha?
Yeah,
All right.
repeatedly.
Yes.
I thought the master that Sorsha was under was Amira Luca.
Yeah, she is, but Favome. I think he called her that because of her hair.
I couldn't remember the race.
Yeah, no, Favome. This is the person who taught Sorsha, yeah. You saw her briefly.
I'm not worried about all that. I just, to be
No, I meant
specific,
Count.
I love Mira Lucas.
I'm aware. But yeah, Count, I was just gonna say, Count saw her briefly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll report that she's there and currently probably in the cafeteria getting a late lunch.
All right.
Going to find her?
If he was, yeah. Yes.
So, heading in, like I said, you know what she looks like, you know her name, Lucy Hillian. She's back in one of the back corners, currently just eating a small meal. Kind of out of the way of everybody.
Excuse me.
Hair is a bit more, like, before she was, like, very nice. Hair and clothes are a bit messed up and, like, soot and dirt and just a little bit of stuff on them, like they've been a little bit rougher.
Hello. Excuse me. Sorry for interrupting your meal. I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Count.
Oh yes, I'm aware of you, our Count. You've caused quite the talk between Rav and Sato. And Sorsha, ironically. She very much cursed you a few times for introducing her to this.
Devil woman.
It's fine. We all go through
I would
the
sleep
start.
with one eye open.
It's fine. We all go through that sort of training. What type of
Indeed.
training did you do exactly?
Dodgeball.
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 There wasn't much dodging involved.
No,
was
it
the
was
goal.
just you not dodging and you getting smacked like a motherfucker.
It went from you getting drilled head on into the gut to it clipped your side by the end of it most of the time.
I didn't
That
really
kind
have
of difference.
dodgeball.
You were getting better.
I didn't really have dodgeball. I had more dodge laser, but
Oh, I think
Same
dodgeball
here.
can be much more challenging in the right perspective.
Hold on. I love how Max is like, ooh, like, so impressive.
Sorsha's got like that like sneeze. Somebody is shit talking her. She's like, no, fuck you, whoever that is.
I'm just referring to like the little like training droid that flew around like what Luke trained with.
I know what you're referring to.
Yeah.
That is the standard
my
training
son.
method has been for the Jedi for 2,000 years or 10,000
Yeah.
years. Sorry.
But somebody decided to get creative.
I didn't think you guys could hear me do that. I'm sorry.
You're
But
fine.
it fits. It fits so well.
It does.
So yes.
I should not be allowed to have gum. Go over there.
But what
Here
is it
we
you
are.
wish to talk about?
Oh well, just things in general. If you'd like to go over anything for your whatever you were doing, you look a bit ruffled up there.
Oh, I'm quite okay.
But people of high calibers in the Force tend to have different philosophies and views, so I was just interested in yours.
I'm afraid you might have to be a bit more specific. If we talked about all my views, we'd be here for quite some time.
Well, I have a few days.
Unfortunately, I probably do not.
Sent out right away again?
It's a busy time since you all have kicked the anthill, as it were. Is Robert gone, or just am I gone?
No. No.
Okay. It was just quiet, so I had to ask.
idea.
Dead
Just
silence.
stop.
It's more like a swarm of ants decided to come to us, and we just kind of panically stepped on some of them and ran.
But nonetheless, we have an anthill, it seems.
An infestation. So,
That's one term for it.
if you were to find where your expertise were, in terms of force prowess,
My expertise in force prowess. I would have to say it'd be a combination of sensitivity and manipulations. Or more specifically, she'll like gesture with her hand just a minute amount, and the tray, the cup, and the fork, and her utensil will all start floating around and orbiting in different ways. The physical manipulations.
oh, interesting. I recently added a book to the library here that they had scanned in about manipulating lightsabers for. I found that there.
I did come
Maybe.
across that, but it wasn't to my interest.
Now, sensitivity-wise, are you talking about reading other people or feeling out to things, visions?
Less visions, more in the here and present.
Is there anything?
Besides the,
Have you
and
looked-
she'll gesture at her mask, the obvious visions.
Have you ever been around any Force Nexi?
I have.
What can you tell me about those? As my next trip will be around one.
They're deceptive. Especially the light ones for you, because you would expect the calm, the soothing. But in reality, you touch and break the surface, and the rapids begin.
It's been some over 20 years now since I've been to one. Well, kind of.
They're not a commonplace, no. I can count the number of times I've seen one on a hand.
Which is why I was asking here. Myself, I'm not really... I'm decent with intuition. not really visions or anything. I lie with martial combat for the most part,
As we've seen.
which is why I'd
The
like
training stint you did for a week was quite amusing.
yes, which is why I'd like to talk with people that are expertise outside of my area.
We lost someone.
Did we?
Probably Max.
Oh,
Yeah, Max's. Yeah, it was Max's. It's okay, she's trying to get it back on. She'll be on in just a second. She can hear us still. Just the
Alright.
point. But. Are you asking for assistance with tampering?
More so advice.
Well, the most obvious bit of advice would be don't.
That may not be an option. But if I need to back out before things get bad.
You
Or
have to be able
things
to
get-
cut the connection.
Hmm.
You'd have to stop reaching through that particularly, and that is. That's
you're
the
saying
best
is
I
you
can
have
give you. We haven't delved into it. That's the best I can probably give you here.
Oh, well then you might be interested in whatever report I come back with.
Maybe. You've all brought some interesting things about.
Interesting things seem to happen wherever I go. Not really always my choice.
Tends to be how it is. Fate is a fickle thing.
Yes, and I seem to be getting shoved down the rapids here.
Everyone has their trials.
Well, I'll let you.
Just curious to see how they finish. Would you not
Man,
like a
my-
bit of? She'll look up and wave her fingers. Hands-on training. See what Sorsha had some deals with.
You know what? Why not?
I have an afternoon. I needed some
I-
entertainment.
I haven't got to do my lightsaber spinning too much. I could show you that as well.
Why not? We can have a mock duel. That'll be a good start.
I meant if you just wanted to throw things at me and I dodge and attempt to parry, block, etc.
Oh, but what is that for fun? Not quite the challenge.
Fair enough. I haven't. Oh,
I can't tell if she's saying it's not quite the challenge because I'm gonna wreck your face with these balls, or it's not quite the challenge because it's just no fun.
ooh.
You'll find out, won't you?
I haven't had enough of a challenge yet to show anyone some of the new stuff I've learned.
Alright. Well then, shall we adjourn to a better location for this?
Quite so. Well, more fun this evening than I intended on having.
And for this, as she leads you there, and you guys start, she'll give you the warning of, let's, all out from the start would probably be best for you if you wish this.
She will be the in whatever training area we're in. She will be the first person to see the double stance.
No, I'm just muted.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I hate it here.
Technically, I can have 3 stances up at once.
Well, where did I cut out at?
You got what you wanted out finished, because you said
Let's
start all out.
Otherwise, this would probably not be as productive for you as you'd wish.
No, all out from the start is good training.
All right, let's for this Just so we
Cow
don't
just
have to go through a whole fight here. Make
She will be the
three
first person.
D20 rolls.
She will be the first person to see the double stance.
Make
Which is-
3 D20 rolls
We got
to see how the whole
a-
combo. Let's see how it goes for you guys.
We got a 14, an 18, and a 17.
All right. Oh, okay. So the combat opens up. You throw out all your stances. Like, what collates the first round? You have to get ready. She lets you. Does nothing. And the second round starts. And she starts grabbing small random things from around the room, like sabers, blocks of wood, training dummies. And they all start flying at high speeds at you. And it starts pretty good. You start doing pretty confident. You cut out most of the things. You get clipped a time or two. Nothing bad, right? And as you come down to get in for your hit, the real problems start. As just everything around her explodes and you're thrown backwards.
Not what I expected.
And then the training room comes to life, for lack of a better term. As things you're seeing are thrown at you, the small blocks of wood, the dummies, they're still continuing, but then the whole shelving rack picks up and is launched, for example.
I would like to point
Door
out
comes
this
off
is-
of the wall and comes flying at you.
I
Out
would
of its
still like to point
mounting.
out, This is 26 AC count. At minimum.
This is not a 26. This is also something you're not ready for.
He is always ready. Kind of.
It started good. You blocked most of the attack rolls. Then, well, you know. It's hard to block when it's everything in all directions coming flying at you, basically. You put up a decent fight. The whole fight probably lasts close to 4 minutes.
That is actually
Your
still a
stance
long
drops.
lightsaber.
Yeah, it
That
is a
is
very
actually-
long one, because the stance drops, and she's only throwing the things at you in this room, so she's very limited on what she can, and you're breaking them down slowly but surely.
He would also
And
use the
honestly,
sword
the only
yeah.
thing that really gets you as she starts to run out of ammo, you start to get confident and get through, is she rips a beam basically through the floor and into your gut to end the fight. As it bashes you across the room.
Question.
And
Won't
she's
the
still in
people-
the exact same spot.
Won't the floor below need that back?
We're on the bottom floor. For this sector.
Stares
It
down
can
into the
afford you.
abyss of Coruscant.
It can afford a beam missing for a short bit. It's not a critical one, I don't think. Maybe.
You don't think 2 floors just collapse and fall down to a black hole pit?
Now you're talking my language.
I'll get someone to come by and fix it. We have people on standby for repairs. We learned after the first time.
They're finally out.
Huh?
Finally out.
Okay.
They're finally out.
You're coming through on that. That's why I'm asking. It's weird. It's coming. I was saying you're cutting in and out on this. That's what I was trying to tell you there. Good. But yeah,
So did you make things explode, or did you just have explosives in them already?
oh no, everything here was just as simple of what you saw as what it was.
Ooh, neat. You can make things explode.
You apply enough pressure and force on things, things tend to disagree. And then you let it disagree violently.
I tend to just do that with a lightsaber.
As she gestures down to herself, I don't... That is one area I'm not particularly gifted in. So I do what I can.
Telekinetics are not my strong suit.
Maybe one day we'll get to have a proper all-out one. But until then. I suppose we should retire for the night. I'm going to get my supper and have an early one if you have nothing else.
No. I was just gonna go to the library and read some stuff. Again.
Well, I bid you good luck.
I will need it.
And,
I am not the brightest at learning from books.
It can be quite the challenge as she's heading out the door. The morning. Anything else for you, Count?
Nope. Not
The
unless
morning of day 3. Johnny,
Not
there's a
unless-
message.
Yo.
Not unless I can go find a lightsaber. Not unless I can go find any of those lightsaber pieces. Which you
He hasn't had
already know.
anything for you yet. Johnny, you get a message. It's just simple as it just says, "Here's the video you wanted, kid," and there's a video file attached.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Check it for
that's all you got.
check it for fucking viruses and then hit the
Make
button.
a technology check.
Check.
I mean, it wouldn't have viruses in it.
She doesn't know what it is.
Where is it? There it is. 24.
There's not. It's just a video file.
Okay. The hell is this thing? But
Are you hitting play?
yeah, may as well.
You get a recording of what looks to be a space station right now, Vic. While you're looking through for the cameras, it's flicking through them, and it looks like calm, going through the periodic shuffle of viewpoints. People standing guard, number of different species. A lot of mercenary types is what it looks like. And then the camera shakes and rattles, and it flicks over to another one, and basically you get the viewpoint of a door was just basically opened with explosives. And walking through is a very tall, skinny humanoid. You're not sure of the race because it's pretty well fully covered in armor. It has a very distinctive helmet of the Mandalore make, very similar to Joran's, loosely. Very slim jetpack, and walking out, he just has a simple blaster pistol as he walks in. And proceeds to deal with, over the course of about 15 minutes, a space station's worth of enemies. Through a variety of ducking behind and terrifyingly accurate shots.
Okay.
That's the whole recording. It ends with him finding the security room, and then things just fuzzle out. So we don't know. You don't know where it goes after that.
Okay. She has no idea what this is
The
about.
I was gonna say the location attached to it would put it somewhere in Hut space.
You would also recognize Mandalorian armor.
Okay.
I told her that. A bit.
So somewhere in Hut space, a lot of things got shot.
Mhm.
All right.
It was very systematic, professional, and honestly scary, with the sheer accuracy demonstrated.
Okay. I don't know what that was about. Storsha, if you want to watch some hyper-violence, I got a thing, but I don't know.
What kind of thing?
Just a person shooting a bunch of stuff that was sent specifically to me. I don't know what this is about.
Is it spam?
I don't know.
It would have been a private method.
I know as much as you do.
Weird.
I don't even
did
think it's
not
a threat
forget.
because I don't recognize anyone in the thing.
And the message is literally just, "Here you go, kid."
Did you ask anyone to send you something?
Absolutely not. I don't know what this is about.
How'd they get your personal information?
She will stop for a moment. You have obviously asked the right question.
Johnny was not protected by Space Nord VPN.
Hold on. Hold on. I missed what Tony had said. What? Tony will stop for a moment. And what?
She has obviously asked the right question.
Nor do you, nor do you. If you want to sponsor Eric, feel free to. We will sell out.
You are very quiet, Robert.
I said that
We heard you,
quietly
but you
on
were
purpose.
very quiet.
I said it quiet on purpose, unless I'm still quiet. Still.
No,
Okay,
you're good
fine.
now.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
I
gonna
got you.
give this data packet a quick once over to see if there's anything she can assess for why, and then just shunt it off into the
You
unknown
can
and try not to think about
probably
it.
get a general name. Came from a one Seer Silt.
Does that name come up on any searches?
No.
Okay,
Sweet.
so it's even weirder. Sorsha, I have absolutely no idea what this is. I'm just gonna get rid of it and pretend it never happened.
They didn't have any bugs, right?
No, it's a person shooting things. I don't know why,
Maybe it's a threat.
but I don't know them.
Text
Maybe
message.
they know you.
Text message comes in about this time because Joran's done his morning exercises and shit at this point.
Seer's not there at
Text
the
message.
moment.
Yeah, text message comes in. Ava left, sitting at Mandalorian base. She had a mission she couldn't deny. To you, Johnny.
There wasn't Eva in the recordings.
Timestamp puts this a couple months back.
Why would you think it was Eva?
Guess I just got a message from Joran saying that she went off to go do mission, and then a video of a Mandalorian shooting a. I don't know. I'm
So
confused.
she's just gonna sit down. She's gonna be like, Eva left.
Apparently,
By the
according
way-
to this.
Message going to Johnny again. By the way,
Don't tell
when
Sorsha.
we were first, what?
By the way, don't tell Sorsha. Oh.
No,
This
it's
is
fine.
after you got that. This is after you received your data packet. I just need to say.
Yeah. By the way, I asked someone to send you something about Mandalore a long time ago. Have you gotten anything?
I got a video of someone being violent on a space station. Is that supposed to mean something?
Even or odd?
Who?
You.
Odd.
Okay, you haven't deleted it yet. You were in the process.
Was it
I was
supposed
actually kind of hoping it was deleted.
to mean something? I don't understand.
Just
So we're
send
just,
it.
just gonna be like, Eva left. She didn't say goodbye.
I have to console Sorsha here, and she'll just clip the video and send it to Jordan.
The type of mission she went on, that Ava went on, is not something you can just say your goodbyes beforehand. You have to just leave.
She
Quickly.
didn't even say goodbye when she left. I thought I was going to see her tomorrow.
Pat, pat.
I guess you're not looking
She
at
didn't
your
leave
thing.
like throwing it out there. She didn't leave in like a walk. She took off at like a half run. Like there was an obvious hurry.
And then we still boarded the same fucking shuttle.
No, she left from the. She gave you that when you guys were at Clan Ordo's base.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
Saoirse.
guys had already been back to the base at that point.
Oh.
She had time to say goodbye. She just didn't.
Sorry, Sorsha.
It's okay.
But no, Jordan watches the video, goes, "Oh yeah, that's somebody."
That's a lot of hyper violence and a lot of death in a very short amount of time.
It looks amazing.
You didn't know a knife could do that.
That is amazing. I have to try that now.
Oxa is there with her axe.
No, fuck off.
She could make a wonderful training partner.
You know what? Actually, Oxa.
You got me mid-cookie by shit.
Nom, nom.
Yes.
Have you seen this? And he'll turn the video around,
I
or
have.
turn the tablet around.
I have.
What do you think of it?
Precision in his craft. Many
What do
shows
you
many
think?
much effort put into it. Very
Do
well
you
done.
think-
Minimal efforts wasted.
Do you think that it's who I want it to be? To put it bluntly.
Sorsha and Chani
To put
have
it
moved on
bluntly,
to
I am low on
Candyland.
the information. You would be better off asking Seer. I do not deal with the information near as well.
Use your
I do my
gut.
missions. Huh?
Use your gut. I'm not looking for information
Probably.
and all that nonsense.
Under the
That's-
gut instinct, probably.
That's what my gut tells me. This should get fun. I need to find him.
And I need a knife now. I have a new move to practice.
Oh, you have the same idea I do.
You finally got your video on Mandalore.
I know, right?
I rolled a die for just random amounts of time.
You're
How long it would
fine.
take to get it.
Jordan got to see the top guy in action.
And now he's on a mission to find him. 2 months ago in Hut Space, he could still be in the Outer Rim.
It is
And I'm using Jordan's piloting knowledge for that one.
It is possible.
Wonder where he'd go after killing this many people. Why was he on the space station to begin? There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions.
My best
space
guess,
station,
they
that's
made
why.
a mistake.
Probably, it's in HUD space. They probably didn't pay him.
That is one way.
I've
Good,
done
we
a
have
mission
moved to
before.
practice.
Oh God. I'm guessing
We'll
he's
start
just being
with you.
dragged along.
We'll start with you as she grabs you with her left hand, grabs
Yep.
your shoulder,
Yep.
starts holding you back. Right hand is unslinging the axe at the moment.
Yep, fair enough. He's like, oh shit. All right, fine.
It's a
And,
very
like, at
educational night.
At first, he's a little reluctant, like he's being dragged. And then he goes, "What the fuck's the point in being dragged? I might as well walk. I'm not getting out of this."
You learned that night. Unlike Mandalore, you cannot currently deflect a great axe with a knife.
Oh.
But other than that, it's a rather productive day. Actually, I say rather than that. That's part of the productivity, I think.
Yeah.
However,
Just hoping I get information on a cheap little gun.
Oxa almost can parry a great axe with a knife. Almost.
But
Not
can't
quite.
parry a blaster bolt.
No. No, she cannot.
Oh God.
And day 3's here. It's wrapping up. And then day 4, I'll just ask this. Anything for the last 2 days? That's all I
The
have,
same-
right?
The same thing, pretty much.
Determination.
Three.
We switched to Candyland.
Yeah, you guys, the bed's been installed. You're both just like lounging on it, playing Candyland
Snakes
now.
and ladder.
Do you?
Sleep over.
There is no scooting over. This is bigger than a king size bed. This
No,
is like
sleepover.
oh, sleepover. I thought you said scoot over. This is
I
like
have
the California captain bed shit going on.
I have a question.
It takes up my whole room. My whole room is just bed.
What's your question?
Are we going to ignore the minimum requirement for large ships? Thing. What's the word? Crew size.
You have an AI,
Fair.
and you have a good few people. If you need to make them run and hit a button, you could probably teach them to run and hit the buttons.
That's fair. I was just making sure that we didn't have to have 10 people.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, you guys have got some good workarounds you can use.
That's fair. That's I didn't want to have to go out and hire more people.
Yeah, we confirmed that last time after the stream, but it's a fair question.
So.
It's been 3 weeks.
Honestly, you may have some that we're picking up from the forest planet that want to just fly a ship.
That might be there too.
They could be cheap and also efficient.
And also not know how to fly because it's been 2 years on a forest planet and shit gets rusty.
Yeah.
They can try.
They can try with a large Corvette class ship.
I believe
They fuck
the
up one
phrase
time,
you needed
They
was they
hyperspace
can
through
learn.
a planet. You hyperspace through a planet, you're blowing up, and so is the planet.
I believe the phrase she should have used is they can learn.
Oh god!
Trial by fire.
Trial by fire, miss the planet,
Okay.
bitch!
So, if nothing else major needed, if you have like your standard downtime activities you can work on, we'll go ahead and day 4 will come around.
I just really want that fucking gun for Johnny.
Here, actually, I need to roll for that still.
4 days. Also, I get all my parts and pieces for my headset.
Yeah, for the
Right.
pieces of the paint and the night vision bit, I think it's like 400 total credits for everything together.
That's-
No, 300 because you're not buying constructed, you're buying parts. 300 total together.
Can I help some of the people making the things on the ship to make this go faster?
I mean, day 4 it would have been done. This is when it's
Okay.
done.
I didn't know that was everything.
Yeah, no, day 4 is everything's been finished up. You guys came in and shelled out a lot of money. They were getting it done.
That's why I didn't hop on it sooner.
Although, Sorce's new bed is comfy as hell.
And you've been playing board games on it for the last 2 days.
You haven't showered or slept at all.
Everything in the ship's already been claimed.
But did Sorsha do Chani's hair?
Probably at least twice.
Sorsha just now found out that Chani had hair.
Lies!
You've seen her without
Okay.
the helmet.
I didn't process.
Alright, 4 days
Does
this
Chani have
year.
long or short hair?
Shorter.
I'm picturing pixie cut.
A little longer than that, but yeah.
Fair.
Ship's
Like a
done.
Velma?
I don't... My Eric's stupid.
Shoulder
Scooby-Doo.
length.
What?
Shoulderish length, I think.
Probably.
Velma Dinkley.
Alright, so day 4 comes around, they're wrapped up, they're done, you guys confirm, sign everything, payment's done, you get some rounds loaded up. You get some ammunition for the kinetic launchers loaded up.
Any luck finding my pieces?
Nothing he comes across would really be helpful to you right now, because a lot of the more common ones are the ones that can actually be made are making something finesse.
Well, that's what I meant. He would like go out and look for those a bit. That's all I was
he
missing.
went to look for some stuff, but he didn't have a lot of time between his other projects, between his normal workload and the long saber
No, no.
project that is detonating his arm.
No, I meant the count. I meant the count was going to go look in some of his spare time. See
That
what
is
he could
different.
find.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, I have. I'm pretty sure one to that. I have money to spend. I can look around at a lot of.
Do you have
jobs.
anything in particular I will ask that you're making an attempt on?
The two things that I had sent over the message, and basically, okay. So you
do
know
not
how
send what they are, just that they are rare.
one of them is less than that. It's the So you know how basically on the lightsaber customization list for stuff, they basically have like a list of like everything that goes from like 1 to 3, and then they have everything also smashed together. So it's basically you have like lightsaber 1, lightsaber 1-2, lightsaber 1-3, lightsaber 1-4, lightsaber 2,
Okay.
lightsaber
Okay,
2-1.
we get the point.
Yeah, I'm basically looking for the combination of the two, so it might be higher rarity.
What effect are you trying to get out of this? That's what I'm trying to ask. Like, because that'll help me select.
Well, say to turn a lightsaber into a dexterity from a non-dexter to turn it from non-finesse to finesse,
Okay.
which was the one that was the
It's
decently
the more
common
common one, right?
and the one that was a bit more rare was to turn a two-handed one into a one-handed.
And what'd you get on your investigation?
That is, what's my investigation? 16.
You can place an order for the two-handed one, and you can find the finesse one, but there's not any here at the moment for the other. You have to place the order. Okay. It'll take a few days to get here. By the time it comes here, the ship would be done. If he comes in after that,
I'll be back for it.
okay. Just letting you know.
I'll tell Sato I have another project.
He'll just tell you to message him later. Basically, he's busy right now. He has another thing started. He has a lightsaber ignited.
I'll send him the details, and I'll also ask for him to just order me. I'll say just have like the parts ordered, and I can build it.
It'll cost. Where's some of these hilts? Hold on a second. Let me check the hilt thing. It will cost you a decent bit of credits to get this because it is not a cheap one, you know.
Yeah. And I also have a very odd price to pay for something else because I'd like to have a Buster Saber ordered.
I'd say because you're trying to transfer a weapon like that, it'd be close to 600 credits.
All right. And I know the price for the Buster Saber is 7777.
Yeah.
Which
Buster
Count got to
Saber
play
to
with.
that. Yeah, here's the
got to play with
problem.
one.
You can only attach one hilt at a time.
That's the thing. That's why I was asking for the combination hilt. Not
You couldn't find a combination with what you got.
that was also with what you said there. The asking if
If he can
could
mix
combine.
those two.
If he could do the mixing, or if
You'll get it if he has time.
okay. Well, basically, next time we're back, the parts will be there.
Buster Saber with finesse. That'll be fun.
Okay, hang on. I gotta
finesse
do
and
math.
one-handed.
Yeah, with finesse and one-handed. This is gonna be fucking weird, but that's okay.
With reach,
It's gonna be Cloud.
Something else.
Yeah.
Hey,
See, it's weird because neither of those two are expensive on their own. But anyways, day 4 is here. The ship is done.
Is the gun in? You
The
said
gun is in. The ship is done.
Fuck yeah! I'm gonna go buy the gun.
Gonna have to edit that.
Wait, the gun for who? The gun for the ship is done.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the gun for the ship. You said you were gonna roll a thing for the gun that I was ordering.
Yeah, for the gun you were ordering. He will let you know again. He's got it. He's got a location on one, but it'll take time to get a hold of. It's not a common weapon. Its pricing isn't the problem. It's just not often made, so getting a hold of one is not as easy to do.
He'll get basically a gotcha, and I'll be back in a few weeks.
All right.
You get a reply. He'll put it in stock for you. He'll put it in the back for you.
Still above 66.
I'm gonna go play around with my weapons.
Anyways.
Yeah, because the energy weapons are powered by the ship core.
Yep. So
they're
the
infinite.
Ethor and Plague with weapons on the way, or other problems.
As soon as we get out of Coruscant space, it's.
It is magnificent.
Of course it is.
You're pretty sure you just blew the fuck out of that asteroid. It was a smaller one, but you still blew the fuck out of it.
Over the comms. Yeah, that asteroid's dead.
Oh no, Count's
As
watching.
everyone throughout the ship hears the fucking thing go off.
Count's watching him fire it. Count wanted to see this.
Fair.
It is beautiful.
It's bright. God, I wanted to be bright
Johnny.
green.
Hi.
I wanted to be
Along
bright
the way,
green.
Packet loads himself into the machinery, and with you helping, makes himself a basic body. You don't really need to help much, just occasionally set something down for him.
I am there
Makes
to
himself
help.
another spider body.
It can go into its little slot. We already decided on the color for this. It was a metallic variant. It was metallic purple.
Metallic purple. We'll add that to his color on his sheet. But
He should make a scorpion.
that is what he makes for this. He's not going to go into your slot. He is actually going to stick around in the machine shop doing various things.
That's fine. It just, he knows where to go.
Yep. But you have that. It's a, like I said, I think I put like a 4 or 5 day trek to E4. Yeah, it was a 5-day trek because you can't hyperspace too close or they pick you up and you can't go stealth.
Yep.
Part of the time is just the slow
So,
creep in from outer
we're
space
literally-
and stealth.
From what I understood it was going to be, we're literally not going to be orbiting the planet with the large ship. We're going to have to jump to get close enough and then be stealthily flying with the small ship.
That's basically what you guys decided on having to do.
God. Yeah, and I'm sitting. I'll go back on one of the first trips to visit my friend, and I'll stay there
Okay.
like a couple days because it's gonna take a while.
It'll take a bit of time to get everything there and back.
Yeah, I'll stay there for a couple days and then I'll sit back in the ship and just make sure. Because once the ship starts to get packed up, just make sure people don't be so rowdy and know where they're fucking going.
Okay. Days pass pretty easy. You guys get there. For the sake of this, because I don't think we want to roleplay every single
I don't think so either.
one. The ship can hold about 10 people, 10 passengers. And like I
I
said,
thought
there's
it-
about 40, so it'll probably take a mixture of 4 trips.
Are you talking about the small ship can hold 10 people just crammed together?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Small.
the small ship to like run back and forth.
Okay.
The big ship can easily hold everyone.
Yeah, the big ship can hold like 200.
Yeah. Have a proposition for Sorsha while they're making their trips back and forth.
What?
Okay, so I may be getting a new toy soon. Would you like to have my old light whip?
I don't know how to use that,
We can teach you.
but
This is for if you have to be really, really close.
Her
I got
gauntlet
a
thing.
dagger.
You have your arm gauntlet of fucking stake driver too.
Also, if you need
Yes.
if you need to just really cut through some metal or something, it's come in handy a few times.
That is the only reason why Joran carries a light shadow on his hip, as you see.
Improv
was-
bullet
and-
torch, understood.
As was seen when breaking the chains of Marov, it took a while with the vibro sword, whereas the lightsaber just nyom nyom nyom.
No.
Nyum, nyum, nyum.
Well,
Pretty accurate.
if you don't want to last time.
I'll think about it.
On one of the trips, like say we'll say the last trip, bringing people back, Johnny,
Huh?
I forgot for a moment, as big gun on big ship is nice. I have a proposition to make for you.
Okay.
You like going invisible, right?
It's useful.
There's specific types of weapons that I've come across sparingly. They're not as easy to get a hold of, but I've ordered one for you. It's I think it's called a Night Stinger or something along those lines. It's a silent weapon, and it'll allow you to stay in your stealth position and still fire
Well,
without exposing yourself.
well, stealth but not invisible.
Matt, would you like the
Maybe
actual
not, but
lore?
you can use the invisibility after you stay in your stealth.
Yeah.
To get even more stealth.
Matt, would you like a bit of lore for the Night Stinger?
Not right now.
Okay.
Maybe sometime during the week, but not during the session right now.
Okay. Yeah, well, we can talk about it after.
Okay, Chani's played Bounty Hunter a few times. Does she know that that's like a super rare thing? Apparently.
Roll an intelligence check, or roll a lore check. I'll throw it under.
I'll roll a history check, sure. Unless I put lore down here differently. No, okay.
It's super stealthy because the bullets it fire are clear.
12.
You've loosely heard of it. You don't know much about the mechanics, but you have heard it's pretty damn good at making an unseen attack.
Alright.
People getting out and getting in with it.
Alright, I guess that'll be comparative to the sniper that I already have, so... Thanks for that, I hope it wasn't too much.
No, it was ridiculously cheap compared to this thing, and he'll pull out the disruptor rifle from his bag.
I imagine those are kinda...
Messy.
Yeah. That.
That what? What?
I said messy as a joke.
I know.
Oh shit, yeah.
Because he kept the same voice for Chani, and then said, "Yeah, that," when no one else said anything besides God.
Hey, Packet could be talking to her,
Oh,
but Jordan wouldn't know that.
exactly.
Unless they bloop onto a screen nearby.
Well, it's something to look forward to.
Alright. I guess we'll see about that whenever we get back to Coruscant. Right now we gotta deal with getting all these people to some variant of their homes and then playing
Yeah.
with a magic space cave.
You need to roll 4 stealth checks
Alright.
They having more silent weapons.
with intelligence because it's functioning a stealth field with a ship rather than
Yep.
doing Melissa toes. Which is better for you.
1, 2, 3, 4. You want me to just tell you the lowest one?
Yeah.
That would be a 24.
Yep. Nobody catches you. So, during this process, it takes, I'll say totaling up around a week, just because getting back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
I am.
Jordan, you go in on the first one. You go back. He remembers. The snake very much still remembers. And the days continue very similar. You splash the shit out of him. He picks up like half the shore near you and throws it at you.
Oh god, yeah, of course.
And that sets the tone for the rest of the day. It's again pretty similar to what you did the first time, jumping around, playing on the water. Sometimes losing sight and realizing, holy shit, this thing can disappear still.
Oh, I love
The locals, you'll notice this time, you got a couple of the locals that'll also play with it some. Come out and join you guys. They seem to be getting a little bit friendlier. Woo! The old guy, the chief, he'll just sit up there on the rock and watch. Can't really get involved. He's a bit frail. He's a bit frail, so he can't do that. But he's just sitting out there watching, and he seems to be enjoying it all.
No, the old man will get splashed. If I see him on the rock, he'll get splashed.
He'll take it. He'll take it in tone. He will laugh, give a good chuckle. It's just good-natured fun.
It's like Jordan's a child again.
For Count and Sorsha, what are you guys doing on the ship the whole time?
At one point, I would have asked Shawnee if she wants the light whip.
Easy enough on one of her trips back.
I'm still working on learning how to use that kind of thing. I don't quite have it down yet.
You're working on the Shoto specifically.
Well, I think that, yeah, you're right. Is that really all that different?
Yes.
Well, it's the difference
It's a
between trying to
web.
use a stable
Fair.
stable plasma blade and something that flips
Yeah.
all over the fucking place. If it was like a
Oh.
rapier or a sword, I wouldn't make a big deal, but it's a whip versus a static blade.
That seems like I'm very likely to end up hurting myself.
You know, on the other hand, Sorsha would look hecka hot with a whip.
If you get a red crystal, it could complement your green.
Outside of cannibalizing it for something else, I really don't think that I myself have much use in it. Sorry.
Fair enough. I may need your assistance in something I'll be getting when we get back to Coruscant.
Alright, well,
It-
that'll be a minute from now.
It shouldn't be that hard. It'll just be messing with the lightsaber hilt.
Okay.
I think I need to go earlier than that. Okay. Not right now, but I need to go soon.
All right.
I just got a message that she's done and waiting for me, and she's stupid tired.
Okay. We will do that soon then, I understand.
Wait,
We can get...
can Hope not drive?
No! God, no!
Oh, I thought this had been established already.
God, no, she can't drive!
For the number of
What?
times he went to pick her up, I thought that had been established. But, in the sake of this, we can... Hold on, let's try to get some expediency to get us
Oh, yeah, no,
to a
like,
decent stopping point here.
Let's
what I
keep
figured
the
is...
people that want to
we-
stay with us on ship and drop everybody else
Yeah.
off, and then you tell us how long it took.
Are you trying to convince anybody to stay on ship, or...
Only if it looks like their main thing is, like, doing ship stuff, and they want
Yeah, like
to.
engineering stuff.
Well,
And they
let's
want-
see. There's 40 people. That is a lot bigger. But
Don't
probably
worry.
about 7 of them, if you hear you talking or from one way or another have experience or just wanderers, I wouldn't mind
ship
staying on the
crew?
ship to help.
And then after that, we're heading to Elam.
Alright,
Yeah.
so dropping people off at various points, because I'm going to have to talk to you guys. We're going to skip over this time period. You'll understand why. I promise I'm not depriving you of your downtime.
Probably for, like, a tech thing or something, and then we can get all that situated, and it'll actually let you end the session off at us getting there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, you guys drop your people off at your various places. Honestly, it probably takes about 3 weeks to get everybody everywhere they need to go. Most of them you wouldn't have to worry about because they have family that they can go and find, and most of them do find the family. People are happy to reconnect.
Yay!
They were like sent a message ahead, so they met him at the spaceport. There's a good few reunions. There's a couple people who had some less than stellar news, but there was something there for 'em. And the remainder of them, you find out the chieftain of the village had some substantial accounts that he left for those who didn't have anything else that came on the ship. And
Aw.
they just wanted dropped off at Coruscant.
Here is my bank account. You'll find I'm one rich son of a bitch. Okay,
He
sure.
was one rich son of a bitch.
Why'd he move to the planet?
He crash landed.
He didn't want to leave.
His ship went down, and he'd been there for
Yeah.
80 years already. He just
If you
this is his
crash
home
land
now.
on that, yeah, if you crash land on that planet, you're not allowed to leave.
Technically, what you guys just did is
Really illegal.
a violation of an entire government.
Yep.
Cool.
Multiple times.
Multiple
It
times.
consists of human trafficking. We'll put it plainly.
Chaotic good.
Yep,
Yes.
it's a lovely
True
alignment.
neutral. True
But
neutral.
continuing through the 3 weeks of it, you guys decide to set course for Ilum. Chani can get you guys there close, because Chani's aware of it, and Count can get you close, but as you get there, you remember, it's not really on any star charts.
Question.
It's been purposely kept off. Yeah.
Lightsaber pickup. Johnny parts.
Well, that's what I said, we'll deal with the downtime. Since he's got to go soon, we'll deal with the downtime during the... between
Okay.
the weeks.
Realistically, it's just going to be rolls and then us starting the next session with new items.
Yeah. Pretty well.
Yes, I
Yeah.
just want to be able to write shit down.
Yep, we'll deal with stuff like that. But you can set the course. China can get you really close. But out of all of you, you have to have Count up there for the final jump. Because this planet's been kept off all-star maps. Literally, Count and Shawnee were aware of its existence, and that's only because one came from nearby. You guys don't know that. And Count has been here before. Count, you weren't supposed to know the coordinates yet, but you can be pretty sneaky when you want to be. And that includes sneaking up to watch the final input of the final jump location to the caves that you know the Jedi used. But with you guys there, and actually a rather uneventful trip,
For now.
come to a planet too. You jump out of hyperspace, you're near a planet. It's very, even from here you guys can tell it's a very icy and tundra-like planet. Going down, reading the sensors, the temperature just keeps crawling lower and lower and lower.
Well, big ship probably needs to stay in orbit. I don't think it's clear to go down planet.
That's fair. But even in the little ship, you'd have general sensors for the outside to detect, what kind of atmosphere can you get out? Are you good with that kind of stuff?
Just point of clarity for what we're taking down there.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I hate it here.
Leaving the big, I assume leaving the seven people sticking with you up on the ship.
I want to stay on the ship, but I
Yeah,
can't.
probably with a variant of packet. Just up there to make sure nobody... Okay, time to leave.
Packets up there, I understand.
Oh no! Before I leave, the controls are locked.
Well, that would possibly endanger the entire ship. I disagree.
Why?
He left Packet there. They can keep an eye on it. Because if something happens and they need to adjust course.
Hey,
Fair.
a big rock. Big space rock.
Yeah.
That's bad.
But, like he said, he wanted to leave Packet up there. Packet, after these 3 weeks, is very much capable of corralling 7 people.
Fair enough.
Jordan, I know you hate the Jedi. We may encounter some.
3 weeks.
Please do not.
I don't care about the Jedi. I don't like the Force, and this place is cold. I hate it here.
Thankfully,
Please.
Count remembered the temperature and encouraged you all to buy the proper equipment to deal with these temperatures.
We have material answers.
Still
So-
fucking hate it here.
Yeah, landing here, you guys open it up, and immediately, you're right, it is cold. The wind is howling through the area, blowing the snow back up. It's coming down. Your clothing doesn't exist for a whole few moments, it almost feels like, with just how much it eats through, though.
Oh, hostile environment suit. I love the...
Ah,
Chani's comfy.
It looks like.
My head
You
is
came,
comfy.
it's the only temperature. Here's the kicker. It's nighttime right now.
So I should have pocket warmers.
Yeah.
All right, so hear me out. We go back onto the ship where it's warm, and then we come back in the morning.
But, the time frame here, you have to be there before morning.
Never mind.
You have roughly a day before it wraps around back to morning. And that's when you have to get to the cave. But, taking your first steps out, starting the hike into the bitter cold towards the deeper and delving caves of the mysterious Ilum, that's where we'll call it for tonight.
We finally made it to Ilum.
I hate it here. I
Yay.
hate it here.
It's okay. Everything is cold as shit and it fucking sucks. Your
But
boots
I
are
might
already
find-
wet.
But I might find a new crystal to add to the Buster Saber now.
Lore-wise, you get 1 from Ilum.
One calls to you. Doesn't mean you can't take one.
Oh no, you can take more. Yeah, I'm just saying 1 calls to you that is yours.
Typically.
Will.
Typically.
You think for a moment I'm not gonna take a few of these fucking crystals?
Let's just see what Matt does of it. Speaking of, is there any brain?
Come
Crossroads for
on.
next Saturday.
Yes, that one.
That should be good. Do you want to do?
Not
Do you
that
want
I
to
know of at the moment.
do you want to do any of the rolls real quick on stream for here while James gets his stuff ready to go?
Yeah, there's a lot of bookkeeping.
I'd rather let that be off. I don't think they want us to just sit here and shit mechanics out.
I don't know.
We'll work on it throughout the week, and then get everything nice and finalized before next Saturday.
just saying before we leave, because might forget next time. Scorpone has arrived.
Scorpone. Good.
Throughout that 3-week period, Packet has built a scorpion droid that is about 4 feet. The back of it's about 4 foot off the ground, and it's about 5 feet long before its tail curves forward.
Because they wanted to be scary. I'm assuming that the backup shell is just with me.
He has the spider. Basically, he has slots in your armor and the droid now.
Okay, fair.
I'm gonna have to
Although it's-
just flip them.
More or less under a permanent tracker droid interface effect. Because AIs.
All our
Oh
Torius.
god, if Packet would have come down with us, he could have become force sensitive.
Technically, it's possible. Why does that robotic spider have a glowing orange crystal abdomen?
I don't fucking care, run!
Because fuck you, that is why.
He could become force sensitive and then take force classes. Oh my god.
Yeah, technically.
That, however, I believe
A
is under
lightsaber appears where the stinger should be of the fucking of the fucking scorpion.
artifact of category.
Oh, it absolutely is. Just like
Oh,
waves
yeah.
his ass up in the air with a little like a small orange lightsaber coming out like a stinger.
And then it takes a stance.
Oh god. Just squats down a little bit.
We'll get to play with that. Probably not next time, though. Given us. Okay. Any closing statements?
I hate
Go
it
on.
here.
Is this gonna
We
be
have
a
arrived.
consistent thing? Is this gonna be a consistent thing, cutting it off more so at 11 now, with James having to go pick Hope up from wherever?
It's not every weekend, it's every other weekend at the moment, but it's likely to change to be every weekend. But tonight's an earlier time. They normally end around midnight like we do.
Okay.
Tonight was super early. They should not have ended, but they did. I don't know why they ended.
It's
when they
okay,
did,
all their
but
characters died. That's what happened.
Let's hope. Let's hope, because I hate those people.
Oh shit.
I think
I
we're going to cut the
fucking
week now.
hate those people.
Alright, then. Until next time, be seeing you.
Fuck off.
Booga booga.